What's up, Ricanistas? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Transfer Tango. Man, my bad I'm late, man. I was on Shane's member stream talking about the same old Arsenal, man. Same old Arsenal. Like Fraley said, different day, same story. But we are back. Thank you guys so much. I did put that in there. Big up, Fraley. Make sure you smash the likes. And big up to my guy, Gianni. You know what, Gianni? Are you around? I mean, you just on stream. Are you busy? If you're not busy, I'll send you the link. I'll send you the link so we can have a chat. Cause your boy tired. I'm just tired. I'm absolutely tired of the same old thing. Big up, Gavin. And as Fraley said, Arsenal near Bruno. Give me a second. Let me see if I can pull it up on the thingamajiggy. We're going to go into X. I absolutely hate X. The only reason I have X is for this stuff. Apparently, my computer hates X as well. Because as soon as I clicked on it, it did as usual. But let's see if I do it this time. If it will. There we go. Let's go into X and see what's happening. 1 hour ago, Dean James. Oh God, it's. Let's go to Fabrizio. See if Fabrizio saying Diamande, Wayne, Reinders. All right, so Fabrizio has put up his soon thing. Everybody's talking about it's happening soon. Let me see if I can find us a better link. With everybody putting it in. How is everybody, man? How is everyone? Let's see if we can go to the Oracle. But let me just big up the chat, man. Big up Gavin, Fraley, bro, I hate X. X is a wasteland. Big up Sean. What's up, man? Big up Sean. Big up Godfrey. Big up Rican. Yeah, man, it has been a while, man. You all right? You did the whatchamacallit? You did the your school thing, and then let me see. Let me see if Johnny's around. I'm trying to send a link to Johnny. Let me. Oh, yeah. I'm such a grandpa sometimes, bro. So I just sent Johnny the link, but I don't know if he'll see it. Try to get Johnny on here. Because I'd like to have a chat with Johnny. If he's available. Let's read the comments. Big up Sean. Big up Godfrey. The dapping's going around. Big up to all of you. Godfrey says the Bruno G story is draft. Bro, this is the thing, right? And this is what was said on Shane's channel. Like, why is it that when we want Bruno, when we want a bigger player, it's progressing, it's advancing, it's hoping for the best. But Nani Madueke, it wasn't that. It was we were linked with Nani Madueke. Oh my gosh, he's here. Gabriel, oh my God, he's here. Like, why is it that these mid players, Norgard, oh my God, he's here. And granted, yeah, those guys are in London, so it might be easier, but still, trash. Hold on. I don't know if Johnny's seen it. I'll put that in there. Because he was just on stream, so I don't know if he's still doing things. The Dappin's going around. Everybody. Godfrey said, I'm going back for one more year. One more year of school? You doing a master's? That's what I did. Listen, I did the same thing. I don't know if it was worth it, bro. I don't know if it was worth it. Big up, Brittany. Make sure you subscribe to Brittany as well. Make sure you subscribe to everybody on the channel. There's quite a few who have a channel. Make sure you just go over here, hit the subscribe, come back. You know what I'm saying? Easy peasy. I'm going to probably be the one that thinks the home kit for this season is underwhelming. Away in third kit are fire. I will touch on that near the end. I'm going to start at, because you guys know we do kits at the end. But yeah, I got my own views on the kits, to be honest. Big up to Brittany. Taking the excitement out of it when it's announced. And this is the thing, man. Like, by the time we actually get Bruno, by the time it's actually done, let me go to Ornstein. David Ornstein. Because he's the one who broke it. Let's see if we can get him in there. So David Ornstein says, Arsenal nearing total agreement with Newcastle to sign Bruno Guimaraes. Desire among all parties to bring situation to close. And deal non-course for completion. 28-year-old awaiting Newcastle permission to undergo medical and seal AFC switch. And it's like, we've heard this. We've heard this before. Oh, nearing. And this is the thing, right? This is the thing when it comes to our transfers, man. Like, it's gotten to the point, and not just this transfer window, not just last year. It's gotten to the point. I mean, I've been an Arsenal fan for a decade, and some of you have been Arsenal fans longer, bro. But ever since like this new kind of current, regime, maybe the Emirates. Let's say the Emirates, right? It's just all, you've had the Ozils, you've had the Alexis Sanchez, but the last 10 years has just been us like Higuain, agreed personal terms with Draxler, personal terms with this person and that person. We were linked with Benzema was agreed. So until I actually see somebody with the shirt, it's kind of hard for me to get excited. Like last season, I got excited for Gyökeres. You guys saw the kid. I got excited for Gyökeres, and we signed him. Great. Why are we the champions and we're still hoping for something different? We're still hoping for, I'm hoping we get somebody. Bro, I've never seen any other champion in any other league, win the league and then say, ooh, I hope we can get this big player. At least from their own league. Now, Vinicius, bro, he's a superstar. He's a mega star. We know that's going to take time. I'll talk about that in a minute. You guys know Shane and them don't believe that there's a chance. I mean, Shane doesn't believe that we actually inform. I believe it's a 20% chance. And that's just the dopamine. And until we actually get confirmation, I can't be like, I'm excited that we're linked with him. And you should be, it should be. But we should be at a point. We're Arsenal, bro. We're not, with Sevilla, right? If Sevilla were linked with, I don't know, Lamine Yamal, I'm like, oh, I'm excited. We went with like, it's different because Sevilla is, what I'm saying, they're a top 4, top 6 type club. They're They're not a big three club in Spain. So if we were linked with Cavara, if we were linked with, you know, somebody of that, even if, let's say Sevilla were linked with Bukayo Saka, I'd be excited. I'd be like, okay, all right, that's ambition because that's Sevilla's level. Bro, we're Arsenal. We're one of the biggest clubs. We're the third biggest club in this country. One of the biggest clubs in the world. And why are we still scraping the bottom of the barrel? Hoping for the best. Hoping that we can get, we're hoping we can get Bruno. No, bro. And the problem is we like to penny pinch. Except when it's to scrubs. You spent 65 million for Nani Madueke. You got that deal done in 3 days. You haggling over 10 million pounds? 10 million pounds. 10 to 15 million pounds. That's what you're haggling over. Bro, it's embarrassing. It's an embarrassment to be a big club haggling over 15 million. Bruno and Nani are miles apart in talent level. But we're haggling over 10, 15 million, bro. It's crazy. That's because Chelsea couldn't wait to give us Madueke. Couldn't wait to give us Kai Havertz. I wonder what reject we ended up with now. We still owe them money. So, and nobody can convince me otherwise, man. I have a feeling that we owe them money. They must have helped Arsenal at some point. I don't know, with the stadium payments or something. But the amount that we go over there for their trash, bro, there has to be something. There has to be something. Big up to Brittany. Hey, man, make sure you subscribe to Brittany, man. Make sure you subscribe to Brittany. Fred say you got a shootout. No worries. Godfrey says, Arsenal doing the nice guy gimmick. How about put down an official bid to Madrid? Look, the Vinny thing is, I think, is a long shot. Right? As optimistic and as dopamine filled as you guys know that I am, I still think it's a long shot. If it were to happen, I told you guys, I'm honest, bro. If it were to happen, I'm cleaning out the armory. I'm next day shipping on the kit. And I'm not a fan of this year's kits compared to last year's kits. But, yeah, bro. Vinny Jr. on the back. Sean says journalism is dead. It's all clickbait and propaganda news. No one has actual developments. It's always the same story. I mean, let's look at this. Bruno. So now, so this is weird. 34 minutes again, nearing total agreement. 4 hours ago, we reached the agreement. There we go. They do things like this. Oh, Bruno Guimaraes on Instagram. Getting clicks. Now this is interesting. This is genuinely Ornstein has moved a tier above Fabrizio this summer. If they were both S tier journalists before, Ornstein is now S plus tier now. But that's because Ornstein actually checks his sources. He doesn't just, he regurgitates because that's what they all do. But Ornstein usually waits until something has happened. I feel like Fabrizio just be putting stuff out for traction. Like he just be throwing bubblegum at the wall and hope that it sticks. You know what I'm saying? Big up BG2. The dap is going around. Fats Rican Arsenal had no problem paying up for Madueke, who isn't. Bro, Madueke, 65 for Kai Havertz. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to these mid deals, bro, Zubamendi didn't take this long. But when it comes to players, I don't know, man. Bruno is Newcastle's best player and captain. Of course, he's going to be expensive. I don't know why Arsenal board think they can pin it. Bro, not only that, Godfrey, but the fact that they're losing all their best players. Isak went last summer. Tonali is gone this summer. Gordon is gone this summer. They're talking about Joe Linton leaving. They're having a clear out. Surely you would want to keep your captain. Because if you're having a rebuild, you would say, We need one experienced player, at least. And why not our captain to stay? Arsenal's dilly-dallying in the transfer window is the reason why these things keep happening to us. Is the reason why we're always a day late, dollar short. If we had gone during the World Cup, because people say we couldn't do deals during the World Cup. Oh, it's so hard to do deals. Yeah. Tell that to Elliot Anderson, who got his deal done during the World Cup. If we had just slapped down 75 million pounds near the beginning of the World Cup and said, listen, we want Bruno before anybody else leaves, 75 million, here it goes. Maybe not 75, 80, here you go. All right, cool. Do the medical in America, he's our player. Nope. No, let's penny pinch. And now they sold all their players and they're gonna raise the price. Annoying, bro. Now go get a left wing striker because Havertz and Jesus aren't good enough. I mean, Havertz scored and assisted, so we're gonna see more of him. Kai Havertz was done so quickly. Yeah, bro. Kai. One day we was linked with him, and the next day, he a player, bro. It's crazy. It's more embarrassing with Spurs, Chelsea, and other clubs paying money to get players left, right, and center. The only thing I would say about that, Sean, is I think they mid, so it's fine. I don't think any of the signings that they got take them over us or overtake them. City is the issue. City is the issue. But even with City, Merska, do I really rate him? I mean, what did he do at Chelsea? I'm getting all three kits with Vinny on the back. Listen, emptying out the armory, bro. You guys know me. You guys know I love a kit as well. Honors and manners. Big up, Jogons. Dappins for Jogons. Go for Vinny Jr. If you can't get him. Go for Ndiaye or Brian Zaragoza. Ndiaye is one that probably we should look at. But it's the thing, DG. We never actually look at, you know, let's say I feel like with Arsenal, it's always the up and coming or the prime players. It's never like that player in between, like, ooh, okay, all right. I can see you on the cusp of greatness. Like we trying to sign that kid Manga. Ain't even played in the league. Why don't we just sign some you know what I'm saying? Like sign some a 20-year-old, 21-year-old. Let's see what happens. Like before he got injured, I would have taken Krupi. Get Krupi. Sorry, I got to drink water, man. It's my head is banging. Pressure change, man. When it goes from like rainy to hot, it just messes with. I'm from Florida. It goes from hot to hot. You know what I'm saying? So it just does my head. So I gotta keep drinking water. Sean says, look at PSG. They're European champions twice in a row, and they're moving like they want a three-peat. Suzuki, Gotts, Aklioche. Future signings. This is what I'm saying. Future signings that can make a difference for us. We don't do that. We trying to get rid of the one we got. We trying to get rid, but we'll talk about that as well. Big up to Prone. PSG want that three-peat. Their signings are good and want Torres. Yeah, man. I don't want Torres. Ferran Torres. If that's what he's talking about, Ferran Torres, I don't want that guy. Welcome to Arsenal, Bruno. Get the likes up. Yes, please do. If you're new here, hit the likes. Not for me. We've proven that we got money now with this Vinny Jr. saga. So if he stays in Madrid, yep, drop a package for. Yildiz. I don't know about Yildiz, man. He did not wow me in the World Cup. What's the final fee for DG for Bruno G? Is it 105? I don't know. Because Ornstein said 105. Let's see. Let's see if you guys know I hate it. But let's see if Mock Bell says anything. I don't care about this. Wait, what did I say? What did I say about Tomiyasu? Okay. Hey, good on Tomiyasu, man. I like that. Good on Tomiyasu. Yeah, Mock Bell didn't say nothing. And what is Fabrizio exclusive? So absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. 29 minutes ago. Now look at this. Nottingham Forest are showing interest into Johnny Reinders as new midfielder. Could we take a punt? I think he's decent. Could we take a punt, Reinders? He good enough for Forest. Not saying that Forest is great, but I mean he played at City. He's not like trash. Sean says Rican Turkey had a poor World Cup, but I don't think that means players like Goulet, Yildiz, and Yilmaz are not good. I'm not saying they're not good players, but I mean, for me, I struggle when I see players who are outside of the Prem and then they struggle. Like they struggle in the World Cup playing against Prem players. Then I'm kind of like, Like I look at you a little bit differently. You know, Yildiz could come and ball, but like when I think about the left wing, right? I would want somebody who's kind of been there and done that before I take a chance, because I think our left wing needs help. I think our left wing definitely needs help, and if it's not Vinny, then it has to be somebody of that caliber. It has to be somebody, you know, maybe look toward our league. But I don't know, man. I take Gallardo, but Berta has to sell players, not watch them sell players. Meet FFP. Other clubs already sold their players, like Chelsea. They sold Madueke, Cucurella, Santos signed Rodgers for 117. Yeah, Cucurella, man. Going to Real Madrid. They don't never Real Madrid never have money except when it comes to buy players, it seems. Crazy. Oh, we're on financial issues. But here goes the 100 million. Like, that's because they backed by the crown. But we have money, that's not the problem. The problem is selling your deadwood for a decent fee to balance the FFP. That's where Arsenal struggles unless they sell the youth players for profit. So the problem with us selling, right? Let me move back to me because I'm doing comments. The problem with us selling is our manager doesn't rotate enough to put players in the spotlight, right? He doesn't. Not only does he not rotate enough to put players in the spotlight, but he also runs the players that we probably could sell into the ground, right? So you look at Gabriel Jesus. If Gabriel Jesus had been rotated and shot and chain, we probably could get 20 million for him. You look at, I mean, selling Trossard for 15 million is crazy. But who else do we have to sell? Zubamendi paid what, 30 minutes in the World Cup? How much you gonna sell him for? He looks knackered. Ben White, he's coming off of injuries. You're not gonna sell him for much because he's knackered. Like, so your sellable assets are all broken because you ran them into the ground. And the reason why we're having to sell them is because you run them into the ground. You need a replacement for them. So we've bought the replacement, but now we can't sell them. And you know what we're gonna end up doing? Buying out the contract. We're gonna end up buying out the contract. Because why would I pay 20 million for somebody who's broken when I can just wait for Arsenal to buy the contract, get you for free? I've saved myself some money and I got a player. You know, Ethan Wanyeri. If we're gonna sell him, you could have had him playing in the team, getting his profile up, and selling him for money. Now we're gonna get less because you sent him on loan where De Zerbi was. He sat on the bench because the new manager didn't rate him. So now we lose on him because he's not as desirable as he would have been. But if he had been in the team, if he had been here deputizing instead of Nani Madueke, or even if he wasn't deputizing, even if he was just a squad player you brought in, he could have played the cups and done that. You get more from him because people see what they can do. This is why Chelsea and them, they let their youngsters play. Some of them don't play. And I don't know how they end up selling those people. But, yeah, bro, it's just weird. We run our players into the ground and then wonder, oh, my God, we can't sell them. Nobody wants broken toys for money. They want them for free. They'll take weathered toys for free. Same thing with shoes, clothes. It's like football kits, bro. I take a well-worn football kit for 20 pounds. I'm not paying 200 for it. Oh, but it's from this thing. Yeah, but the sponsor's peeling. It's got bobs. There's a little hole, a pinhole there. I'll give you 25 for it. No, I want 150. Because it's from 1992. I'm good, bro. I'm okay. That's us, man. The reason I don't take the World Cup into consideration, look at Enzo, James Rodriguez, and others. World Cup tax is real. Look at Buati, price 40 million before 900 million. Yeah, bro, the Buati deal. I mean, and I get that. That always happens with the World Cup, but still. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sold. Especially if you're coming from, like, you're coming from Italy where you had an okay season. But what are Juventus doing? They getting dish ragged by Inter Milan and AC and Napoli. So if you're really that good, why can't you elevate the team you're with? That's my thinking. I think it'd be struggle for Juve as well. They bottle. You see, this is my thing. It's not just the World Cup. It's the year, bro. It's the year. Like, I get if Udis was helping Juve, they finished second. He's gone to the World Cup and struggled. I get it, because bro, you put the team on your back, you're exhausted. But you had a midseason, you've gone to the World Cup, and Turkey did nothing. And you didn't help. But you're supposed to come to the Prem and play better. I'm not sure, man. Not for 100 million. I take Reinders. I would too. To be fair to Berta, he didn't put the majority of these Deadwood players on these massive wages. He's been tasked with cleaning up the Fry Edu's mess. I think that it's Edu, but it's also Arteta, because you wanted these players. Who has a board and say, "Oh, I'm gonna win the league and the Champions League"? Who should we get, Mikel? Oh, that Nani Madueke. Oh, that Nani from Chelsea. Oh, he's the missing piece. Huh? We had Aubameyang. Who should we get, Mikel? Ooh, that Kai Havertz. Oh, man, he's perfect. So, Mikel Arteta got to get some blame, too, because I don't... Yeah, I don't think so. Berta also can't help it if the likes of Reece Nelson, Fabio Vieira, and the rest of the Celebrate assets don't impress on loan. True. Reece, I think Reece is actually good. I just think that, one, he was overhyped. They thought he was the next big thing. He never hit it. He got injured. But also, I just don't think he's what we need anymore. He saved us a couple times. Saved his manager a couple times. But I think it's just time for a split. Fabio Vieira, I mean, Hamburg don't even want to play money for that guy, bro. How did you go looking for Vitinha and come back with Fabio Vieira, bro? I feel like just the whole board should be sacked, bro. Just goofy, bro. I agree. I don't blame Berta. It's the owners. They do this because it's been happening even before Berta arrived. They always give average players high wages. And you know what, DG? That's another point as well. That's another point. Gianni, I see you. I sent you a message if you want to hop on. I sent you a message. I sent the link to you, John, if you got time. I know you chilling, but if you want to, the offer is there. But yeah, I just don't understand, man. Like, and I look at Manchester City's wage bills. I look at Liverpool's wage bills. They've won everything. And then you look at, they've only got a few players over like 100,000, and we've got a few players over 200,000. Like, I mean, look at how much Gabriel Jesus is our fourth string striker. He's our 4th-string striker, bro. Gabriel Jesus. And he's on what? 160? Or no, he's on 265, ain't he? 220? 220, I think he's on. 220? Because we got Gyökeres, we've got Havertz, and I put Marino in front of them. So you're the fourth tier striker. Hey, we got to guess, everyone. We got to guess, everyone. But listen. Hide your grandmas, hide your aunties. Gianni's in the building.
What's going on, bro? My bad. I still had my phone on Do Not Disturb after
worries.
After the Shane thing, so I didn't see it at first. Appreciate you, my guy.
Big up to Gianni. Just when I get to his comment as well. Overrated. And this is what because you watch I was gonna say La Liga, you watch Serie A. My thing is, bro, Juve, they ain't been good since they made the Champions League final. And I haven't heard anything. Side note, because this is how my brain works. I go on tangents sometimes. But listen, Vlahovic looking for a new club. And if we're not sold on Gyökeres and Havertz, Mikel could be in the cut saying, I'll sell the whole club. Sell the whole club.
I'm not signing him. That dude's trash.
Garbage. Hot garbage.
That dude, you know he was Juventus's highest paid player the last 3 years? Like Vlahovic, I think it was 475,000 euros a week is what he was getting at Juventus. He never deserved that. He's hot for 2.5, maybe 3 months, and then he's trash the rest of the season. I didn't understand that one. I don't get it. Yildiz, I mean, does the kid have talent? Yes. The kid has a hell of a potential. But I just don't think this season for me, he has to step up and damn near be the best player in the Serie A this year if he's going to be worth that price tag that Juve's trying to get for him. And when I mean step up, I mean Juve's got to win at least a Coppa Italia and finish top 3, in my opinion, this year. No more of these barely getting in, top 4s and all this other nonsense. And if they don't do that, then I think we need to look the other way on Yildiz, or if we want Yildiz, you need to tell Juventus, take the price point down to about 55 to 60, not 100. I'm sorry.
Listen, chat, I see you guys. Big up to BBK as well. He's make sure you go subscribe to him as well.
Big up.
Listen,
BBK,
like I said, this is the Waffle House all the time, right? Even though it's not called Waffle House, every show we waffle here, right? And that just led me to another question, right? Down another rabbit hole. Gianni, if guys like Udis and if guys like Morgan Rogers 100 million, what would Dennis Bergkamp and Thierry Henry fetch you in this market?
300 million. You damn near got to sell. You got to start selling percentages of the clubs away to go sign those guys.
Like even the superstars that are here, like prime Messi and prime Ronaldo. Like, what would they cost you?
Half a club.
I mean,
the market doesn't make any sense, bro. The market doesn't make any type of sense. Like this Yan Diamande kid going for 100 million. I'm sorry, did everybody forget that the only 2 players that Leipzig have sold in the last few years that have been any good is Szoboszlai and Dani Olmo? That's it. You think of everybody else that came from Leipzig, nobody's really lived up to the potential. I mean, maybe you could make an argument for Sabitzer a little bit, but he ain't like he wasn't tearing shit up all over the place like when he went to Man United and then went to Bayern Munich. I mean, he went to Bayern Munich on a canter and got to win a Bundesliga and then left immediately, and he's been back to being like look how big Chelsea spent 60 million on Timo Werner. Look what that bum turned into.
Oh my goodness, that guy. I could score more goals than that bum.
But that's my point. Like people are saying, "Oh, RB Leipzig." RB Leipzig is a finesse job, dude. That team is put together so that Red Bull can keep fucking making big time money. That's all that team is for. That team, they're a developmental team. They're not a serious team.
It's the same thing with Salzburg. Salzburg sell to Leipzig so that Leipzig can sell to somebody else.
Yeah, so they can keep it all within the family and keep making money that way. It's a finesse job, dude. But like what you're saying with this market, These guys, they're asking top dollar for dog shit players. I mean, I'm sorry, I like Bruno G, but even me, man, I don't think Bruno G is worth 80 million. I don't think Tonali is worth 100 million. I've said it to you and everybody else. I make the joke. He went to Spurs because he needed more money to gamble. That's the only reason why he went to Spurs, for that amount of money. It's a joke. It's a freaking joke.
It's crazy. Jesus here, no suitors. Yeah. And big up to the first lady. She's at work. She shouldn't be listening, but she's at work.
But bro, Jesus and all these guys here. Jesus and Reese Nelson combined is $365,000 a week in wages. That's not even including what Odegaard and Havertz is. You know, I've said it, and I love Tony. I love Tony Claw to death, man. He's a funny dude. I love Tony Claw. But you know, when you got people instantly dismissing, oh, we don't have PSR problems, bro, then what is it? Then what is it? How
is it that we have enough money to pay, air quotes here, Vinicius Jr. 400 plus a week, and we don't have enough to get the Bruno G deal done? We got enough to pay. We had enough to pay 90 Madueke
and triple his wages from where he was at Chelsea. Bro, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, you look at the amount of money that we've just been throwing away. It's going to hit us at one point or another. If it's not this season, it'll come down the line. You know, clean up our Oba Arrow wages because it was. Yeah, exactly. You know,
I think Mesut Ozil on the wages he was still clears half of the players that we a prime Mesut Ozil, a prime Aubameyang, prime Alexis Sanchez. They walk straight into this team and win the league.
Easy do.
But we paying for Kai Havertz and Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing. Like, if you know, like I think it was AC Milan that big of Sean. I think it was AC Milan came in for him and they were like, yeah, we're not paying 20 million pounds for him. We'll give you 17. I think it was like 15 million euros. We'll give you for him. And we'll renegotiate his contract once we've agreed to the terms, but we're not paying that. That's when it's like you got to question, well, what the hell are you doing here? Nobody is buying Gabriel Jesus for 20 million pounds to then have to pay him 265,000 pounds a week afterwards. Nobody's doing it. I don't know who the hell these guys think they're going to finesse. It ain't happening. It's the same thing. Who wants to spend? What would you be asking for Reese Nelson? Because, like, if you're asking
of crisps, yeah, thank you note, like a bag of Skittles, like we ain't getting that for that guy. Like, do you remember when?
But he's on 100,000 pounds, though, bro. He's on 100,000 pounds. Who the fuck is buying that bum on 100,000 pounds?
I mean, wasn't he at Bournemouth? They didn't want him.
That motherfucker's been through all of England for all. Yeah, he's been through half of England with all the clubs he's been bouncing around with, bro.
If I was Reese though, I would take my talents to Serie A or La Liga. Go to Cadiz, go to Girona, go enjoy yourself, man. Take a pay cut and go enjoy yourself.
Yeah, no, I would do the same thing too. But at the same time, if you're gonna say, hey, I got one more year of making this money and then I'm gonna bounce, I'm not gonna get mad at you for doing that because again, it's you know. You're looking out for yourself. You know, this is a business at the end of the day. And as a player, you still have to look out for yourself, whether people don't want to hear that or not. But at the end of the day, you know, it's not Reese Nelson's fault for getting put on that. I bet you when they came and said, hey, Reese, we're going to put you on 100,000 pounds. Reese Nelson was like, I'm good for the rest of my life now after this. Because he probably couldn't believe that they were going to put him on that much money. It's ridiculous.
Should be winning the league. Yeah,
they should be, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. I think they will. I think they're going to have some problems this year, in my opinion. I think that Thursday to Sunday playing is going to kill them. Ooh, I think Gooner's a little frozen here, but. All they're going to do is win. Listen, Waha, that Bosnian kid they got is good, man. I don't know. The thing is, I mean, part of it is because he was at Napoli and I like him as a manager. I do think that that Spalletti should do better with this team, but I think it's also common mistakes. So it is what it is with that. But like I said, I think like, for instance, Manuel Locatelli shouldn't be playing the number 6. He's never been a number 6. He's been a number 8 since he was at Sassuolo. Milan tried playing him as a number 6 when he was there as a youngster, and it didn't work out. That's why when he went to Sassuolo with Roberto De Zerbi as the number 8, as a box-to-box guy, he was so much better. So I just don't – I think there's been a lot of stupid decisions done at Juventus for that. But again, yeah, exactly, Sean. We gave Eddie and Nketiah 100,000 pounds. Like, well, what are we doing here? You're 200,000 pounds a week between Nketiah and all these guys. It's absolutely ridiculous, man. So it's what can you do? You've seen the same thing with Odegaard. You've seen the same thing with Havertz and Jesus with these prices. It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. And he's going to be a sub for you. I think Begovic is going to. I think Aljabegovic is going to be over on the right hand side. If I'm being quite honest with you, I don't think he's going to be a sub for Yildiz. I think he's starting. I think what they may do is maybe he'll play the left hand side. They'll move Yildiz to the number 10, and they'll keep Conceição at the right to be the guys underneath the striker to try to aid Juve in scoring goals. What really is the question for Juve is the defense and the midfield, because if I'm Juventus, I'm not trusting Lloyd. Rican's classic. I'm not trusting Lloyd as the extra center back with Bremer, because there's strong talks that Gatti's leaving Juve. And I think if Gatti leaves Juve, there's going to be some massive holes in that defense to plug. Plus, the goalkeeping situation with Juventus is an absolute disgrace. I don't know who the hell they're looking at as far as a goalie. I know they've been talking about Vicario, but so is Napoli and Inter. So I don't know about that whole situation. But I don't know, man. I don't know. But I would take Conceição. Sean, you can get Conceição for cheap. Juve only paid 30 million for him. I would have taken Conceição immediately. Conceição would have been one of the guys I got as a winger. I would have took him over Noni Madueke at this club. So it is what it is. But you know, we'll see what happens. I'm just not been a fan of all this, of what we've been doing in the transfer window. And I've never been a fan of, oh, the kid had a great 1 year, let's sign him for crazy money. No. You need to do at least 2-3 years of consistency before I worry about spending big money on you like that. So I don't know.
Thanks. I'm just going back through the comment. I know you went through all this, but
yeah,
my laptop, you guys know, if you've been on Rican TV before, you know that my laptop hates me, right? And my Wi-Fi hates me even more. So, because it doesn't go, it's not like, grainy. It just says no, and it just kicks me off mid. And every time it happens, my mouth is always open. Like my still is always like just me like I just look like someone stepped on my toe every single time, bro.
Your laptop's going iPhone.
Yeah, just terrible, man. Basura, bro. Dappin's going around. I'll catch up, guys. Tonali's not worth those wages. Nope.
Tonali's worth 270,000 more than Kai Havertz or Gabriel Jesus is worth their contract. I'll tell you that much.
Facts. But I didn't want Tonali either.
I was okay with Tonali. I like Bruno. I like Tonali. The thing with me is this. I just want somebody who's going to be more creative and make it easier. Me personally, I would have rather gone to get another midfielder to play backup and let Skelly start in that position. The thing that I don't like about this Bruno Guimaraes deal is that Skelly's going to be the one that's going to lose out. And I don't understand it. But I think, again, if that's the move that we're going to make going in that direction, again, it points back to possible PSR problems. Because why are you selling your youth for money unless it's because you need pure profit to keep spending this way? That's the reason why I don't like that. Like this whole thing, like what we talked about on Shane's thing. Milan's all of a sudden now in for Wanyeri for what? For what? Why are we selling Wanyeri when we're gonna need these young legs to get through another season if we're gonna try to go back to back? You know what I mean?
I'd give him the Como. Let Seth Fabregas have a couple seasons with him.
And have a buyback clause afterward, because Seth Fabregas will actually develop that kid. I mean, me personally, this is why I would want Odegaard gone. I'd rather see us play like a 4-3-3. And you're telling me Rice is the number 6 and Skelly and Bruno Guimaraes are the 2 box-to-box midfielders around Rice. I'd rather see that than freaking Odegaard or Havertz getting put in that position. And hell, I would look at it playing 4-3-3 and have Guimaraes and Eze or Skelly and Eze in games. You know what I mean? Odegaard for me is a lost cause. That dude's got to go, man. Him, Havertz, and Jesus are lost causes. They were lucky to hang around to get the freaking Premier League title. They should not be at this club anymore, man. That's almost £800,000 a week between those 3 guys on wages. Like, what are we doing here with these morons?
It's crazy how all of the players that we kind of want to get rid of, no one's saying anything about them, but all the players that we should be letting into the team, like your Ethans, your MLSs, all the even Gyökeres, they talking about doing a swap deal. Like, bro, like, I don't get it.
The dude Alvarez only scored 5 goals in La Liga. Now explain to me how this mentality works. All these people say, "Oh, La Liga is a farmers league compared to the Premier League." Well, if he could only score 5 goals in a league that's much more wide open to play offense, what do you think's going to happen when everyone tries to tell us, "Oh, everyone plays a low block against Arsenal"? So what does that mean? He's not going to score a fucking goal? There's the first guy. Gyökeres is the first guy to score over 15 goals in the Premier League since Aubameyang, and we finally won the fucking league. So why are we going to go back to do the same shit that didn't work?
He's I think he's the only striker to actually have scored more than 10 under this guy, under this manager.
Yeah, he's the great
Kai Havertz.
Yeah. Since we got rid of Aubameyang, not a single striker of ours has scored 15 goals. Not a single striker of ours has scored 15 goals in the Premier League. And if you look at the history, there has never been a team to win the Premier League that hasn't had a striker score at least 15 goals in a league. So the whole math and concept of this doesn't make any sense. You know what? You think Saka's magically going to start scoring goals? Saka would be lucky if he has 25 GA this year.
That man lucky he can finish the match, man. Limpy. That's
exactly.
what I call him, Limpy.
Exactly. It's absolutely nuts.
This is diabolical, Sean. Like we had Florian Balogun, who was looking like he could have actually come in and helped score goals, and our manager looked at Balogun and said, "Nah, I'll take Eddie." Eddie can't score at Palace. At Palace.
I don't even remember the last time I've seen him play for Palace, if I'm being quite honest with you.
Exactly. They don't want him, but it's really good, and he's going to be a sub for Yildiz.
That kid is good, that Bosnian kid. That kid is freaking good. The other
big
one,
up to Jack.
Crazy name. Yeah, big up Jack.
Johnny and the Donna dopamine. Yeah, man. Listen, this is the thing, right? Every summer, I replenish the dopamine. Not this club. This club is just sucking out already. We just started. How do you make transfers terrible?
How are you the reigning champions and this is how you move?
And that's why I said there's no other champion, any other league that would have this. Even Club Brugge. I bet you that Club Brugge win the championship in Belgium. They go to all the other Belgian clubs, say, "I want this player, that player, that player." Right? Ajax, Feyenoord do the same thing in the Netherlands. Not Arsenal. We can't even get players from Bournemouth. We're struggling with Bournemouth. Little old Bournemouth.
Yep.
Big up, Jack. And as you guys know, my computer does hate me. They brought back Kolo Muani.
Yeah. They're jumping for joy in Italy. They are for Kolo Muani. That's why I say Juventus, I don't know, man. I think Juventus and Napoli might be the 2 biggest pretenders in Italy right now for this top 4. Oh, I would love Conceição at Arsenal. I think he'd be fantastic for us, but
Yeah.
Do.
I take Zion. I don't understand why we didn't go for Zion either.
Because it's not Raya. He's not. He's hoping Raya is going to play the whole season and play every single game again and not get hurt. That's that's the whole reason why. Because there was no point of getting that kid from Leeds. That kid's dog shit.
Trash.
Like he's absolutely terrible. And
you know what? One year we go to Leipzig and they probably finesse us and buy it back again. They probably finesse us on a player we sold them.
Yeah, we'll sell Wanyeri to them for like 20 million, and the buyback clause will be like 45. They'll make sure they double their money, and he's our own freaking player.
Yeah, they probably finesse us. Berta isn't to blame. Arteta and the KFC are to blame for signing trash players before Berta came in. Yeah, man.
Yep.
And now we can't get rid of it. But it's been the case. It's been the case for the past 10 years, man. We get players, and like I said before, we run our players into the ground. Mm-hmm. We could have sold Ozil when he still had value, but no, we ran him into the ground because we got rid of everyone that was good around him, ran him into the ground, and then we had to pay him to go.
Well, that Ozil was also a political stunt too. Let's be honest about that. The Ozil thing.
You can talk about certain politics, just not.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think Lukaku to MLS and De Bruyne to Man City are leaving Napoli?
Well, De Bruyne was supposed to go to Inter Miami, and that fell apart. So I don't know. I hope De Bruyne leaves because he's just a waste of space at the damn club. Lukaku is linked to go to Turkey. I hope he's gone too. Like they're we can't have this no more. That's stupid Antonio Conte's situation right there.
I am from Miami. I love my hometown. I cannot support Inter Miami because every time I look around, we either get bums or players that I cannot stand. Casemiro, that Suarez, right? Messi after this World Cup, I can't stand him because I think I used to love Messi, but I think he's just become pompous and a whiner. If we get De Bruyne, I'm just gonna have to delete the club. And the thing is, their stadium is right next to the airport. So as soon as you come out, as soon as I come out of the airport, because you have to take the mini rail to the main terminal.
Yep.
So as soon as I get off my plane from England, I see that big stage. I gotta see Kevin De Bruyne and Suarez's face when I get off my plane. First, welcome back to America. Here are these bums you can't stand. I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. So,
trust me, I know, man. That's my second. If I had to stay in the States and I left Chicago, Miami would be the only city I'd move to. I love Miami. Miami's my second favorite city in the States.
Yeah, I get it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all the Latinas, man.
Yeah.
You like the Latinas, so.
Yep.
Yeah. You better have your bread up, though, Gianni, because, boy, they'll take it from you.
Oh, I know. So my company that I work for, I was in Miami quite a lot. Like the Midtown area that they've built up recently, we built a lot of the buildings over there. So like Midtown 4, 5, 6, and 7 was all under the company that I worked for. I was actually working, went down there a few times to like help out with certain stuff. But yeah, man, I love Miami. But yeah, them Latin women that's the biggest weakness in the world. My girl's cute. My girl's freaking Puerto Rican and Dominican. She's nuts.
Protect your neck, man. That's all I can say, man.
Hey, the knives get put away when she comes over.
Jacques had the best. Yeah. I miss that guy, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Oba too. Oba was good for the first half year that he came in. He was scoring goals. But yeah, full season. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he won the Liverpool game. Eddie did. So he's good enough for me.
It's the Man United fan in them. Wow.
Trash. Big up my guy Marv. He said terrible kid. Oh, you mean this one champions? Listen, I know United haven't seen this in 13 years and probably won't see. Listen, it'll probably be that many years before you see it again, but it's okay, man. Have a good one.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite what were your favorite places to go out and grab food at in Miami?
My grandma's house, man.
I was gonna say outside of family because home cook is different level than going out.
listen, like, contrary to popular, like, you from Chicago. How many times you go to downtown Chicago?
I got to go there every day because of work. Because I work in downtown.
But if you weren't working there, how many times would you go?
None.
It's the same thing with like Bayside. I go down there because I like it. I like the water. But I'm from the hood, man. Like, I'm from hood adjacent. I always say, because the hood is the Pork and Bean Projects. You know what I'm saying? Liberty City. I'm not from there. I'm from the adjacent neighborhood. Right? You know what I'm saying? I'm it's still a little bit ratchet, but you know what I'm saying? I can walk with my hands in my pocket. But like, for me, I like hole in the walls, man. We got I don't even know, because I don't live in Miami anymore. I live in Broward now. But like, my favorite food joint, man, is a Haitian food joint that's called China Kingdom.
I've been there. I've been there. That place was gas.
So, like, you know what I'm saying? And then people talk about finger licking. Like, I feel like it's commercialized now. I feel like when it was first starting off, finger licking was good. But me, I'm a Caribbean food man. I like one of my favorite places. One of my favorite places, barbecue, no lie, Miami, Florida, next to a strip club. The strip club's called Club Lex. We used to call it the Rolex. That's what it used to be named.
Yeah.
It's next to Miami-Dade College. And it used to be, the actual shop used to be in the parking lot, but they moved it into an actual store. Best barbecue in Miami, hands down, in my opinion. Right? Okay. So I like hole in the wall joints. I like, you know what I'm saying? I like going to places that don't look like they should be serving food. That's my thing. Like,
those are normally the best joints, though. Those are normally the best joints.
Like, bro, in Broward, there's a guy who do jerk chicken off the back of his truck. He literally got a pickup truck that he welded a metal grill to, and he grills on the back of his truck. Best jerk chicken in South Florida, man. He pull up to the barbershop. You got a fresh fade. You get a fresh plate. You know what I'm saying? That's so, like, when it comes to that. But yeah, I try to avoid all, like, the, you know, all the stuff people kind of try to tell you about. Oh, this point is great. Nah, you got to go to the place that look like they. And if you see, this is a tip for any of you guys or gals going to Miami. If you walk into a place and it looked like there's a grandma back there and she got a bandana with some sweat and cankles, that's gonna be the best food you ever had in your life. Don't go to these clean places, right?
Damn straight.
As long as you don't see roaches and rats, you're all right. But if it look a little dingy and the building is old and the abuelas back there, that's where you need to be at. That's what I'm gonna tell you. And also, if you go to Presidente, right? The food in Presidente, the arroz con gris, top tier. But that's just me. See, you went on a listen. When it comes to food, I can talk about food all the time, right?
See, the place I always go to when I go to Miami, I have to go to the original La Carreta. I always go to the original La Carreta when I go down there. That's one of my favorite Cuban places.
Oh, what's the name? What's the name of the place I like to go to? Oh, my wife would be in the chat. La Granja. That's what it is.
I've been there.
La Granja, bro. They chicken wings.
Yeah.
La Granja. Listen.
Yeah, man. I think Miami's an underrated food city, if I'm being quite honest with you. I think Miami got better food than New York City, if I'm being honest. I think New York's one of the most overrated places for food.
I think people don't realize that proximity matters.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, New York has good food because you got the Puerto Ricans and Dominicans and Cubans. You got all the people up there. But you're so far from actual, like, Miami is right there, bro. You could literally
90 miles.
To Cuba.
90 miles.
so like, there's so many food stores. Like, I like actual markets. I like actual food markets that look like,
Oh, like, bro, in Chicago, we got such a huge Mexican population. I tell everybody all the time. I go, if you want to go get real Mexican food, first of all, you got to go to the hood if you want real Mexican food. And then what you need to do is you need to go the Mexican joints that are like the Mexican grocery stores, but they got the open place for you to get food live right in the back. That's the best place you're gonna go get Mexican food at. Same thing, like in Chicago, we got a huge Puerto Rican community in Chicago. I'm forgetting the name of the place. The best one now is called it's Sabrosa. I can't believe I'm forgetting its name. I'm there once every 2 weeks at least because I love Puerto Rican food. grew up eating Puerto Rican food. I love fucking Puerto Rican food.
Me too. That's why I'm so fat.
It's why I'm
looking at you,
Abuela. I'm starting to get.
I'm looking at you, Abuela. Listen,
Papacaches. Papacaches is the big Puerto Rican place now, but there's another one I believe was called Jibarito y Mas. They're the originators of Jibaritos because that's where Jibaritos come from in Chicago. So I can't pass up a good Jibarito sandwich, man. Those things are fucking gas.
I like Cuban sandwiches, right? And
yeah, but we don't have that up here. Cubans,
good Cuban.
We don't have a big Cuban population up here. Like it's mostly we got a lot of Puerto Ricans, but then after that we got nowhere near the amount of Dominicans like Miami or New York has. But then we have a lot of the central Latin America, like Hondurans, Salvadorians. That we got a decent amount of them over here, but it's mostly Mexicans that we have in Chicago. And then Humboldt Park. I didn't know this up until recently, like when I was dating my girl and stuff. But I guess Humboldt Park is like the only neighborhood in America outside of Puerto Rico that the country of Puerto Rico recognizes. Because it's a monument now and they can't get rid of it. But there's two huge, like 80-foot Puerto Rican metal flags that are around Humboldt Park that they cannot tear down because they're national symbols of Chicago.
That's dope.
Yeah,
I love the culture, the Puerto Rican culture. Obviously, but the dapping's going. My
barber. I got to go see him this week. My barber. I go to a Puerto Rican barber shop, man. At any given moment, they'll start passing out booze, start bringing out the congas and everything while you're getting your haircut, man. That's the shit, man. And then you got next door, you got the abuela that comes in and takes orders for food if you want to buy food from her and stuff for it. And then she just comes back with the little container for the food and stuff, man. It's awesome.
The butter, we used to have a butter container. I can't believe it's not butter container. You know, Puerto Rican food all in that joint, bro. Yeah, Little Havana, Little Haiti. Hialeah is why, because that's where my grandma, like Miami Lakes, Hialeah. That's where my grandma used to live. So, that's where I'm a nomad kid, man. I grew up all over Miami. To be fair, I grew up in Palm Beach County as well. Muck City. Okay. Shout out to my wife. And now my home of record is in Broward.
Okay.
So,
okay.
That's where my mail goes to, my home of record. So
I'm the same way, man. I grew up on the north side, west side, and south side of Chicago. I grew up all over the city. So
all over the joint. So when I say I'm from Miami and South Florida, I really mean it, man. I've been everywhere. But yes, Little Havana is fire. That's why I love the tacos down here in San Diego, man. National City is 15 minutes from the border with Tijuana. Yeah, listen, my little bro, man, he's around San Diego area, and yeah, he said the food good. I lived in San Antonio for about half a year, man, and that Mexican food in San Antonio, yeah, bro, yeah, broski, authentic.
Yep.
Make sure you subscribe to Wahaha and Gianni. Inglewood got that Jamaican, Ethiopian food. Jamaican food. This is the Ethiopian thing, bro. You got Jamaican, you got Haitian, Dominican, Cuban. We in Florida in general, we got Brazilian as well. But in South Florida, bro, if it's Caribbean, we got it, bro.
Yep.
They call it the gateway of the Caribbean because we got everything, bro. BBK said that Cuban cuatro plata.
Yeah.
Listen, I love a good Cuban sandwich though. Don't like the pickles, but everything else.
Oh, I love those on there. I think that gives it such.
I don't like pickles in general. Make sure you subscribe to Brenny.
No, I grew up eating soul food, Italian food, Puerto Rican, and Mexican food. Those are the four main foods that I grew up eating by being in Chicago.
Mexican, Haitian, Puerto Rican, and soul food as well.
You can't get soul food. A lot of people don't know about that, man. Especially when they come visit the States, they don't know about that.
Listen, real southern fried catfish,
gas
with yams, green beans, collard greens.
Yes.
Bro, I'm talking about coma food. Yep. You eat it, and I'm not talking about eating the whole plate. You might not make the whole plate.
No.
You eat about half that joint, you be in the corner like.
Yep. And then And then the big mamas, as they're called. If they don't call them big mamas, it ain't real no fucking soul food. And her arm fat got to be down here, and her blood type's got to be either blue dressing or ranch. That's how you know you're going to be eating good soul food. And
I'm talking about with the wrist.
Yeah.
You hit a pot?
Yeah,
yep. Bro.
Not only that, when they make the fried chicken, they got to toss it in a brown paper bag. If they don't toss the fried chicken in brown paper bag, ain't no real soul food. Big up PBK, Mike.
Sandwich is delicious. Big up, Gavin. Make sure you subscribe to Pro. Make sure you subscribe to everybody. Shrimp tostones, ceviche, yuca fries.
Oh,
yuca is, oh man, I ain't had yuca in ages.
Yuca fries and tostones are like the worst thing in the world because I'm a stoner and my girl will make that for me to be like snacks. I'll eat the whole damn thing. I love tostones. I love tostones, man.
I know we talking. This is an Arsenal transfer show. We talking about the transfer of information with food. That's what we talking about. But yeah, big up, Quasha. My favorite Latin American food, though, I think Peruvian
food is gas.
Yeah.
Peruvian food is gas.
Yeah, I heard it was good as well. I used to like this Peruvian girl when I was in middle school. Man, she was a looker, bro. She was like 4'2", but she was.
Oh, them little chicks are the hottest ones, man.
my wife barely over 5 foot, but
that's my girl. Same thing. She's barely over 5 foot.
Small,
it's just
small but mighty.
Yes, you can't piss them Latin women off because then that's it. They may be barely 5 foot. When you piss them off, they're about.
I'm scared because she Haitian, that voodoo. You know what I'm saying? I don't want her to hit me with that.
That brujeria.
Yeah, man. I'm not. That's still on her good books, man. Big up. Cartagena has some unreal food. Colombian food.
Colombian food is gas. Colombian food is gas too. I love it.
Listen, bro. When it comes to the Caribbean and South America,
I'm
not talking about like Argentina. I'm talking about like South America. I'm talking about like the, you know what I'm saying, the Peruvians and the Colombians and
Brazilians,
the Venezuelans, El Salvador, like Central and South America, bro. Even Mexico. Mexico is a little bit hit or miss, but it's some, bro. It's some of them Azteca women, bro. I mean, allegedly. You guys know she's always watching. Yeah, man, blood type. Yeah, bro. Listen, that's with any grandma though, man. If you look at the grandma, like my grandma's diabolical, bro. She used to be like, my grandma would be like, eat, but tu eres hambre, come eat, right? And then when I eat, I hit the corner. She'd be like, tu gordito. Why you so fat? I said, Grandma, you just gave me 2 plates. What are you talking about? Yeah, but you probably work out
to go container to go.
Yeah, bro. I'm like, how you gonna feed me and fatten me up and then complain that I'm fat? It's your fault. It's crazy, but I love my grandma, man. She's funny.
Oh man,
her English is just Southern soul food. Love all that good stuff. When I lived in Southern Virginia, Virginia's not the South. Don't let them lie to you.
It's not as south as the other.
There is Southern bits, but Virginia ain't soul food to me. I'm talking Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana. That's soul food.
North Florida too, like Jacksonville area stuff too.
Depends on what part. If they play banjos, then you probably in the right area.
Yeah. I listen, man. I don't like being outside of a city when I'm in Florida because some of them country parts of Florida is rough. Them freaking toothless hillbillies down over there.
I'm aware. There's some cousin loving in Florida as well.
Big cousin loving in Florida.
Yeah. My ex was half Peruvian, half Italian. Some of the best homemade meals, especially when I went to a parent. Listen, Italian food. I don't want to disrespect Gianni, right? Italian pasta. Top tier. Pizza? No, thank you. Chicago pizza? Deep dish? Yes.
No,
yes,
deep dish is dog shit.
No.
That's not real. That's not real Chicago pizza. That's tourist stuff.
I love it. But I had Italian pizza in Naples. I was like, it's not for me. The whole cheese bit, it's not for me.
It's the thing, it's hit or miss. You either love it or you don't like it. It's hit or miss when it comes to, especially when you come from the States and you see what pizza is over here first before you see pizza over there. It's a completely different thing.
But pasta? Oh my goodness.
Oh,
I had pasta in Milan. I had pasta in Naples. I had pasta in Roma. Listen, pasta is my favorite in general. I like everything pasta, bro. I don't care if it's carbonara, Alfredo, lasagna, spaghetti, bolognese. Bro, if it's pasta, I'm eating it, bro. I'm eating it. And I love it.
I would think you would like all the different types of pasta in Napoli, because Napoli is mostly seafood, but us in Calabria, we like spicy. We put spicy.
I don't like seafood. I don't like
really?
fish. I don't like fish. Catfish, really? Southern fried catfish is the only fish that I like, because I'm used to eating it. But other fish, but I like sushi. It's kind of weird.
I don't eat. No. I'm not eating.
I love sushi, but like if you give me like, like I went to Spain one time and my wife ordered a fish and they gave her like the whole fish. I was like, no, I can't. I don't like shellfish. I don't like none of it. I don't like none of it, bro. I'm not a fan. I don't like none of that. If it comes from the sea, I don't like sea roaches, man. I don't eat real roaches. I ain't eating no sea roaches.
I hear it. I love it.
I like cows. Moo. You know what I'm saying? I like my steak with its heart still beating. That's what I like, man.
I hear it. No, I love my crabs, my lobster. I love my crabs and lobster and all that stuff.
Roast fish and twisted sauce. Yep. It's my Japanese grandma twist. Yeah, bro. English not good, but them wrists work. Them ankles work. I had a coworker that loved that so much. Oh, garlic. Deep dish is trash.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of deep dish pizza.
Like Philly cheesesteaks. I've had a good one. I've been to Philly and I've had a Philly cheesesteak and it's good. But like I don't know.
See, this is gonna sound blasphemous. I think Chicago has better cheesesteak sandwiches than Philly does, because one, we have the stockyards, so we get all like the fresh meat than where everywhere else has. Like for me, I don't think there's a single city in the States that's got better steak than Chicago. I've been to Peter Luger's, I've been to all the big joints in New York, Philly, everything. It doesn't beat Chicago cut for me. So and then like hot giardiniera is not a thing outside of Chicago, outside of like maybe Pittsburgh. And like hot giardiniera is basically hot peppers, but it's crunchy. And you put that on top of on like our version of a Philly cheesesteak, I think it tastes better. So I don't know.
Next time I'm in Chicago, I gotta try it.
You come to Chicago, I'll take you around to all the good food joints. I'll take you to all the good food joints around here.
Oh wait, that's why I said traveling in the South. I know Virginia's mid-Atlantic. Appalachia is rough though. Yeah,
Appalachia. I get you.
I'm just joshing, bro.
Appalachia is another cousin fucking territory over there.
If you have it delivered, it'll be dead, Chewy.
That's true. Very true.
Yeah, once it gets cold, it's rough. Uncle Terrence, big up, Terry. I prefer Roman style pizza, to be honest.
It's okay.
When I see food, I want to eat it. Roman, yeah. You mean Napolitano? Japanese mother, Norwegian father. Yeah.
Japanese food got good food.
I love. Man,
I just can't eat the raw shit with sushi. I can't do that. I cannot eat raw fish. I'm not doing that.
I love ramen. Ugh. Ramen. If I could sit in a room, like I think most of the stuff I would eat would be noodle based.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just love noodle based food. It's just nice. So yeah. If I go to Italy, no pizza, straight seafood. I love pasta, bro. I love pasta. I love pasta. Listen, I will eat some of the pizza, but nah, it's not. I'm not going.
It's not that charred thin crust like it is in America.
Yeah, I hate thin crust pizza as well. I like medium or chunky.
Do you like that Detroit style shit?
If it's chunky, I like it.
You'll like Detroit style pizza.
I like chunky. Philly cheesesteak and Philadelphia trash. Their roast pork sandwiches are what I went for.
Yeah. The roast pork sandwiches are way better than.
You know the best sandwich I ever had though. To this day, look up francesinha. It's a Portuguese sandwich, right? Mm-hmm. It's like It's like a Cuban sandwich, except they kind of put cheese on it, and then they put tomato sauce over the top.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, absolutely deliciousness.
Ooh, I'm looking at this right now. This looks gas.
Absolute delicious. I went to Porto.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. It's from Porto.
Yeah, from New Year's. And listen, it was like because the type of traveler I am. When I go to a place, I always try the national dish or the local dish. So I've been to Budapest and the Czech Republic, and I always I've had souvlaki and sviskova and all that stuff. So I usually just try whatever's there because I don't want to go into your country and not try the dish that you guys like.
Right.
So they said French Lasagna, and I can still remember it to this day. It was fresh. It was hot. The cheese was melting, and it's in Porto, so they give you a good wine to go with it. Top tier.
Are you a wine fan?
It depends on what version of Puerto Rican you want. And by what version you want, I mean what version my wife wants. Because rum Rican is different than wine Rican. They're two totally different people.
Oh, rum bring out the real Puerto Ricans.
Yeah, in more ways than one. So, but yeah.
Me and my family, we make homemade Cabernet every year.
Really?
Yeah. We make about 1,500 bottles a year, and we just drink it. We can't sell it because it'd be bootlegging, but
I'm gonna have to try that too, though. I like bootleg. I remember I had
it's strong, man.
Moonshine
like
cherries. You ever had moonshine cherries?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. I made a mistake, man. I had two and knocked me out. So you ever been to Devon Ave in Chicago?
Yeah, Devon Avenue. Yeah. There's a lot of good Indian joints over there. I want to
go to Japan and show them how to cook fish. Let them know you don't need to eat it raw. Yes, you do. It's delicious.
I like ramen.
I ate ramen at a joint in Louisiana. It wasn't great. Oh, pho is amazing, bro. We got a place. It's actually called pho, but it's down near the dockyards, and I love that joint too. I just like noodles, man. I don't know why. Good food is good food, man. Seasoning grilling. Portuguese food is also underrated. Yes,
facts.
Better than Spanish food, in my opinion. And that's a little bit blasphemous, but
okay.
He looks like a spice rum, man. I like Bacardi, man. I like Bacardi, which has a spice rum, but I like the añejo, the golden one, the older one.
That is the good one.
Because it's Cuban, but it's made in Puerto Rico because you can't actually import the thing. So it's like a Cuban Puerto Rican venture.
It's like the same thing with cigars. Most of the Cuban cigars are rolled in Nicaragua because they can't sell it out of Cuba over here.
Yeah. I've had a Cuban cigar. Lovely.
Oh,
I'm not big on red wine. I just drink it white and dry. I like Tinto de Verano. It's a Spanish drink. It's basically red wine and lemon Fanta.
Oh, that's like the Calixto that they do in southern Spain. It's Yeah, they do wine. It's wine, Coca-Cola, and lemon juice.
Yeah,
it's actually really good.
They love mixing their wines with, fizzy drink.
Yeah,
and I love all of it. I like sangria as well. Oh, a good sangria on the beach, top tier.
Especially with like a nice frozen peach or something in the wine too, with the sangria for that. Yeah, man.
This is how you know that we ain't doing nothing with transfers, right? Nothing with we talking about food. We've been on here the past 45 minutes talking about food. And this is what Arsenal do to you. You can't get excited about transfers because we playing in the market. And I'm not going to talk about it. Homemade hat. You need to get on Johnny's Friend and Family. Listen. For real. I like a little moonshine and bootleg stuff, man. You need Mount Gay. I have a friend from Barbados. I think it's Barbados. They say she told me the same. She said I need to try Mount Gay rum. So I heard it's all right. I've had rum from Honduras. It's actually pretty good. Got in my thing. Dry aged pho with brisket, short ribeye, tripe, and tender. Yes, please. Oh, I love when they do the steak and the pho.
The steak and the
Lovely. Absolute lovely. What's your favorite food, Johnny?
Outside of Italian food?
Yeah. Let's not do Puerto Rican and Italian. We know that you like those things.
Oh man, it's either probably gonna say soul food. Probably to say soul food, and then after that it'd be Mexican food. My best friend is black. I'm godfather to his kid. Every Thanksgiving, I go to his mother's house. I go by my family, and then I always go by, like, he comes with me by my family, and then we'll go together and go by his family. It's the most dangerous combination you can have on Thanksgiving is have Italian food and then go over and then go get soul food. Most dangerous fucking combination.
Oh yeah, you out of commission, man. That Friday, you better not be going to work because you out of there.
No, I never go to work on the Friday afterwards. You out of there. Plus, the worst thing is they know how to bake. Like old school down south people know how to bake. You get one of them homemade. You get one of them homemade apple pies or cherry pies for them, boy.
Sweet potato.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Woo.
man. Yeah, man.
Listen, I'm gonna have to change the name of this live. I do it. I put Johnny on it as well. It's not a transfer live anymore. We don't care.
Transfer of food knowledge.
Yeah. I tried my gay rum. I started dressing better. Man. Listen, I tried. You know what got me? Ray and nephew, bro. My father-in-law is Jamaican, and I always tell the story, man. He gave me Ray and nephew with some milk. He like warmed the milk up, put some Ray and nephew in it. It was real good, but I just remember drinking it, and then I remember my wife tapping me. She said, "Babes, you okay?" I said, "What happened?" She said, "You just passed out. You fell asleep." I was on the couch like drooling, bro. I didn't even realize I'd fallen asleep, bro. I was out of there. I said, "Oh, they got me." My wife loves a rosé followed by a cream pie. Mine too.
Hello.
Oatmeal cream pie. Peach cobbler. Yeah, listen, I love a good peach cobbler as well.
Yeah. You know what else I do like too? Because his mom makes this too. His mom does a rotation, but she makes a homemade key lime pie that is gas. I love key lime pie.
Key lime pie, the closer you get to the Keys. I had a key lime pie in the Florida Keys. When I say that joint was great. Phenomenal. Lomo saltado.
My death row meal, lomo saltado. Yeah.
Transfer windows, a food show. Oh, Arsenal, what have you done? Listen, nothing.
Facts.
That's the problem. They haven't done anything.
Facts.
My good friend is a pit master, and he smoked some cheesecake. Smoked cheesecake?
That's interesting.
It's very interesting. Listen, every year, speaking of making drinks, every year I make coquito.
Oh, I love that shit.
Coquito?
Love it. Do you do it with rum or moonshine?
I do it with rum.
Okay. So I've had it two different ways. I've had it with Bacardi, and then I've had it with moonshine. I actually like the moonshine more, but the Bacardi one's very, very good too. So my barber, he's got some way where they get coconuts, and he'll do the moonshine. He makes it, but then he shaves the coconut shavings inside there to add to it, and it soaks up the moonshine too. It's so freaking good, man.
I wonder if, because there's moonshine. I wonder if there's Pitoro de Coco. Pitoro is like Puerto Rican moonshine, essentially, and I wonder if that's
what I think it is.
Yeah. So Pitoro de Coco. If you ever heard Bad Bunny, you guys know we like Benito over here. But if you ever heard Bad Bunny, he has a song called Pitoro de Coco. And I've never had it because when I went to Puerto Rico, I was still young, and then the second time I went to Puerto Rico, I was almost run out of there because I said I was sleeping with my wife before we got married. I misunderstood. The translation didn't go well. I thought he was like sleeping same room. No, he was talking about sex before wedlock and all that stuff. So I was run out of the country by my uncle. It's very, very religious.
We love Bad Bunny over here too. I enjoy going out once every 2 weeks to Humboldt Park with my girl and go salsa or merengue dancing. So
that's what I need to learn. I need to learn how to dance, man.
You don't know how to salsa?
No, man.
What?
No, I don't know how to salsa. I think I do. My wife thinks I do, but you know what I'm saying. It's ugly.
Oh, I learned how to salsa dance young. Because you got to know how to dance. If you want anybody in the chat, if you like Latin women, especially Caribbean Latinas, Afro Latinas, no matter where they're at, you better know how to dance.
My wife can move. My thing though, like for me, I always said I wasn't gonna end up with a Latina woman because I grew up with them, and I was like, I don't want no parts of this crazy. But that's how love works. You just go from one version to another. And now I'm getting a whole stare through the wall. I can feel her. I can feel her staring in my cheek. I feel it.
I've been chasing Puerto Rican chicks around the block since I walked off my mom's stoop at 12. So
I like dark rum. I like dark rum, Dragons. I like dark rum.
I can drink both.
I can drink both as well because Bacardi's white rum is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
But I prefer dark rum.
I just can't do. I cannot drink vodka. Vodka's disgusting.
Vodka makes me want to do Caucasian stuff. Like when I drink vodka, I want to go skydiving. Like let's try the skate part. Like that's.
I was waiting to hear what this was gonna get to when you said that with vodka.
Listen, it just makes me want to do like adventure things that black people normally don't do. Like that's what vodka does. So I stay away from it because what I'm saying. I took a shot and then zip line in the Honduras. Which was amazing. Zip lining was amazing. In Honduras, zip lining over somebody's house, you could see cattle and stuff. It was amazing. But I had to be a little tipsy.
Never done zip lining. Never done it.
I've done a lot of things that I probably shouldn't have done in general.
No, I like gin. Gin's my drink of choice.
I'm not a fan, man. It tastes weird.
Gin, and
I like whiskey.
I like whiskey too.
Remember, guys, drink responsibly. We are talking about alcohol. Drink responsibly, and if you're not old enough to drink, don't do it. But because this is a family show. But I like Crown Royal Apple. Listen, I got like a gigantic jug of that. I don't really drink that much because I'm trying to get sexy for next summer. And then the summer after that is the Euros. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to have my kits actually fit. But yeah. I'm working on it, but yeah, I've stopped the drinking. But next Euros when Spain come to town, I'm gonna be.
Is the Euros in England? The next one?
Yeah, it's in the UK. Yeah, England, Wales, and Scotland.
I might have to make a trip over for that.
I don't know. Yeah, I might have more money then. So because everything is going toward like me living here and the visa and stuff is such a pain. You tried traditional English food, chicken tikka masala? I've had that. Fish and chips. Fish and chips is weird.
I'm not a fan.
Because the fish and chips determine, like for me, I don't like it super breaded. It has to be breaded, but I don't like it super breaded because it's usually greasy. There's a place, near South Sea Common, that is absolutely phenomenal. It's on the sea, lovely. Roast dinner I've had. My wife does not like Toby Carvery. If you guys know what Toby Carvery is, she ain't a fan. But yeah, I've had.
I'm not a fan of fish and chips. Now, a traditional English breakfast, I will fuck up every day of the week.
Except the black pudding. I can't do the black pudding. It's not.
Yeah, no.
It's not a black pudding. And I agree with this. Pie over cake. Yeah, man. Sweet potato, cream.
Cherry. I love cherry pie. Love cherry pie. Cherry pie and key lime pie are probably my two favorite. And French silk pie. French silk pie. French silk pie is freaking crack.
Bubble and squeak. You might not know what that is.
Know what that is.
If I'm not, bubble and squeak is usually leftovers from like Christmas dinner. So you got like Yorkshire pudding, and like stuff like that. You kind of just put it together and they call it bubble and squeak.
Okay.
So it's like the leftovers that they kind of amalgamate into a thing. I think that's what it is, Robert Prudence. You can tell me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what it is. Terry says full English breakfast. Yeah,
I could enjoy that a lot.
Apple strudel. Nah, but I don't really like baked fruit, man. I do like the apple turnover, but I'm not a fan of baked fruit. Yeah, like if you could have the apple pie without the apples, I'm all over it. I like the filling. Shepherd's pie, yes, and what's the other one? Is shepherd's pie? Is it farmer's pie?
I don't even know that's the thing.
Because shepherd's pie has lamb meat in it, and the other one has beef in it. It's same but different. Tell me if I'm right, Sean. Listen, I know food. I try a lot of food. You don't get this sexy not eating everything that's not nailed down. You know what I'm saying? I know what I like because I done eating everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Arsenal will wear their 26-20 for the first time against Real Betis in their preseason friendly in Dublin on Wednesday, which I will be covering, maybe covering, depends on how I feel. Don't tell Shane, but I love a seeded bagel. Oh man, a good bagel with some cream cheese
and some lox.
Yes. Yeah. What is it the caviar they put on the bagel?
Yeah, they put the caviar on the lox.
Oh yeah.
At least when I've had it. No, good cream cheese on a good bagel is hard to beat in the morning sometimes.
Yeah. Bless up, Sean. Thank you for stopping by.
Big up, Sean.
Yeah. Zip lining, great. No, I was joking. Really? Probably. Buffalo Trace bourbon. Do like a good bourbon, man.
Not a fan of bourbon.
If I'm about to drink a lot, I'll make sure I'm allowed to be as irresponsible as Big up. Wow. Make sure you subscribe to Johnny. Listen, it seems to be 44 of you in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to Johnny. We have devolved into talking about food, right? Johnny's from Chicago. I am from Miami. Gianni's, with a Puerto Rican lady. I am Puerto Rican. So we talk about food and all kinds of stuff. That's what you get in Waffle House. If you're new to here, make sure you smash the likes. Make sure you subscribe because we do talk about Arsenal. We have talked about Arsenal. But yes, we're just going through the comments now. Thank you. I'll see who rated me in a minute. But whoever that was, thank you. 19 likes, thank you. I'll take your black pudding if you take my mushrooms. I like mushrooms.
I love mushrooms.
I love mushrooms.
I love mushrooms on pizza.
You like what?
Mushrooms on pizza.
No, you like anchovies on pizza?
No.
Okay.
No.
I thought I was going to have to lock the stream off because anchovies on pizza is not a thing.
Anchovies is good with pasta if you cook it the right way.
Anchovies is not good, period. Key lime pie is amazing. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Big up Static.
My man.
Josh Raid. Big up Josh Shuguna.
Big up.
That's who rated me. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate it. Bubble and Squeak because your stomach starts bubbling and squeak. Listen, the one thing I found about being in Britain, there's always a funny name for certain things.
Yeah.
Like Eating Mess. Like I didn't know what Eating Mess was. I still can't really describe it to you. You have to Google it. But yeah, Eating Mess, Bubble and Squeak. Like there's all kind of there's interesting food. The one thing that British do very well is they do like desserts and stuff, like pastries. I like good pastries.
Yeah.
But yeah. Big up to Josh. 21 likes. And make sure you subscribe to Josh. A lot of you just came over from there. But if you haven't subscribed to him, please do. Please subscribe to Josh. Cottage Pie. That's what it is. Cottage Pie. Big up, Robert. But yeah. Big up to True Gooner as well, Josh. Bubble and Squeak is the noise it makes in the frying pan. See, I was close. Make sure you follow Josh. Make sure you follow Static. Bagel, cream cheese, and smoked salmon.
Yup. Gas.
Anchovies and Caesar dressing. Yuck.
Nah, anchovies. There's an awesome pasta that you can make with anchovies. But you have to do it right in order to make it blend and taste good, because otherwise the anchovies overpower everything.
Unfortunately, I got to get to work. I do have one question. What are your thoughts on Arsenal selling Norgard to everything? Listen, we can get back into the chat real quick about the transfers. This is a transfer show. That was the most pointless £3 million loan I've ever seen. Because that's essentially what we paid for that guy. That guy got paid. We paid £3 million for that guy to do 60 minutes worth of work. Because we bought him for 10, we sold him for 7. Even that, Johnny, this is my problem with Arsenal selling, right? You buy a guy for £10 million, we can't sell him for 10. We can't even sell him for what we got him for. And it's not like it's been 2 years him being trash. He's literally played 1 year football difference. He's won the title, and we still have to sell him for less.
Yep.
And why is that? And this is what I said earlier. I think it's because Mikel doesn't. The players that he doesn't want to sell, instead of doing what most, managers do and keeping them on, in rotation. Oh, this is what he can do. He might not be for me, but he can play in the cups. He can play in the meaningless games. and you keep his value high. No, you've benched him. You sat him on the bench the entire season. He's played what? 60 minutes in the Prem. He's had a couple other games outside of it. Who's gonna pay you $10 million for that? For a guy who sat on the bench. He's a cheerleader. He win the dog all season. Like, that was his job, walk and win. Because that's the only time you ever seen Norgard. That's the only time you ever seen him walking a dog. So we paid $3 million for a dog walker.
It's a smiler. Bro, it's the same. This is the same concept of when you hear people talking about, like, remember, and I love Sammy to death. Shout out to Sammy on the football rig. But like when Sammy was talking about, I think we could get 60+ million for Odegaard. Who the hell you think is paying that much money for Odegaard, bro?
No, it's not happening. It's not happening.
Same thing with Havertz. You'll never, just because of Havertz's wages, you won't get north of 30 million for him. Just because of him being on 280,000 pounds a week, you won't get.
And that's another thing. You're never the wages and the transfer fee are hand in hand. You're never going to get a high If I got to pay you 100 million and then got to pay this guy 265 a season, it doesn't look good to me. So if I pay you 20 million, I can take on that wage because the money that I saved in paying you 30 or 40 million takes care of the wages.
Yeah.
But I mean, we got Jesus on what? He's the third highest paid player at our club.
Yep, 265,000 a week.
To be a cheerleader, he's doing the same thing Norgard's doing. Now, on the other hand, because I like to look at things both ways, if it's Everton, it's a good move. It's a good move for Everton because I think he can be a solid backup player for them. Which is what he should have been for us. He should have been the guy who, when Zubimendi and Rice are tired, or when they're playing the cup games. I mean, we're playing these guys in Carabao Cup matches that we didn't need to play. So I'm happy for him. He still came out and supported. So big up to Norgard. But it's just a $3 million. You know, if we wanted to waste $3 million, we probably could have signed somebody else. And
it's even more than just $3 million waste because you still got to pay the guy.
Yeah.
It was whatever his wages were last year. I don't think he was over 100,000, but it was like, still, you're taking a loss. And again, this is what we mean by when people are asking, like, what do you think of the VINI move and all this? This is why it makes it hard to do, because when you constantly take losses, it goes against your books. You know, and again, look at Nicolas Pepe. We didn't get nothing for him. We bought him for 70 million. Zinchenko, we bought for 30 million. We sold him for $1.5 million. Where money doesn't just grow on trees where you could pick it and be like, oh, they're covered. No. That's why, like, when people say, oh, our revenue is higher than it's ever been before. Yeah, but how much of that revenue are you actually keeping? How much of that revenue has to go back and straighten out your books because of all the losses that we've made on stupid purchases all the time? You know, same thing with Aubameyang. Bought him for crazy. What did we buy Aubameyang for?
Chelsea sold him for money.
We didn't even Chelsea sold him for money. We bought him. Whoa, it was 60 million euros when we bought him.
I think so. Yeah,
65 million euros. He was getting paid big money, deservedly so, because he was carrying us for so many years, you know. But then you have to buy out his contract. So it's like, okay, so you think that 60 million just went away because Aubameyang's gone? That's not how money works, man. It's not how this shit works.
And it also sucks, right? You use those two examples, right? Use Aubameyang. What was the other two? You said Aubameyang, Zinchenko, and Pepe, right? Yeah. You look at those players, it's the same thing I said earlier, right? So Aubameyang was frozen out, sent to the left wing, then frozen out of the team completely. That doesn't make you a sellable asset because now people are just like, well, you don't want him, so why would I pay extra money for a guy you don't want? I'll just wait till you buy him out. Pepe, the same deal. You don't want him. You don't make him desirable. You just say, oh, we'll buy him out. Zinchenko, you broke. Zinchenko couldn't cut it at Nottingham Forest, and they were battling relegation.
Yeah.
So we either run players into the ground or we make them so undesirable that teams are just like, I'm not going to pay you for that. I'll just wait until you, because why would I pay you for something you don't want? You're either going to get rid of it or you're going to pay half of their wages and give it to me anyway.
Yep.
So yeah, it's
look at with what you were saying with Aubameyang, and I think Latvia Gunnar just put it in the chat. He goes, "We're the only team in Aubameyang's rotation of clubs that didn't make money on him." Marseille just made money on him when he or he just walked for free to where they didn't lose any money on him when he's gone back to Spain now. I hope he tears it up with Deportivo La Coruña. I hope that team comes back because I used to like that team.
Yeah, Deport, man. Deport got a, and actually that's a good segue. We'll talk about some La Liga stuff as well. In a second. Let me catch up with the comments though. You need proper strudel with cottage cheese mixed in with the apples. If it's only apple and cinnamon, it's kind of meant. I know what you're talking about. We have in South Florida we have guava pastries. Pastel de guava. It's got guava and cheese, and it's kind of the same thing. So big up, Robbo. Latvian. I wonder if you rated me as well. I mean, I don't know if both of you guys rated me at the same time, but I appreciate it. So make sure you subscribe to Latvian. Make sure you subscribe to True Gooner. Make sure you subscribe to Gianni as well, man. He gave me his time, and I appreciate that. Because time is money. All right. You lowered this man's price by not playing him. Of course you can't say. Exactly. I know that you don't want, and this is the thing that Mikel has to start. He has to stop, you know what I'm saying, doing. You're making it so obvious that when we want a player, well, Bruno's still training. You think Bruno wants to be there? No, probably not. But is he training? Even Vinicius, is he training away? No. Right? Because Real Madrid's like, no, you stay with the team. We might sell you, but you stay with the team.
Yep.
We're the only team that, we don't want this. We don't want Wanyeri. So he's gonna go on loan to no man's land. We don't want Reece Nelson. He's gonna go on loan to no man's land. And then we're gonna try to sell him. For what? I agree, that's pointless he smiled and walked win the dog, man. That's pretty much all he did. He had 56 minutes in 37 games until last game in the Prem. 1 minute per game average. What an investment. Yeah, 3 million. 56 minutes. The last game, we don't really count. That's garbage time. It's like putting me on in the last game. It wouldn't have mattered. We won anyway. You know, me and Johnny could have gone up front, scored nothing, and been champions. You know what I'm saying? Last game didn't matter.
Give me 6 months to lose this gut. I'll be a champion.
Right? I've been trying for 2 years. Also, I never had carbonara. Whenever I get to a place to serve it, read the menu and what they put in it, I'm like, nah, that's not carbonara.
Yeah, carbonara is very easy to make. It's very simple. Yeah,
very simple. Listen, my favorite Italian place, may it rest in peace, Calzone House in Spain. Little Italian, this lady, and I told the story before. This lady, she sold me bread. She sold me bread that I watched her leave the store, go to the bread shop. It was on the corner. Go to the bread shop. She bought that bread for 60 euro cents, and she sold it to me for €2, and I ate it gladly. All right. I saw her buy the bread. She sold it for me for 2-3 times what she bought it for, and I still ate it proudly and left a tip at the end. That's how good that food was. Right? She's gone now, and I'm sad about it. It doesn't exist because last time I went, I wanted to go there, but they've closed up now.
There's a good Italian place in London called Da Maria. It's a Neapolitan place. The guy is old as hell. I was there. I went to that place in 2008 when I was in London. That he's got pretty good food.
We suck at stuff. Yeah, translate. That's why Bert has a penny pinch in the transfer win. No, we don't have the penny pinch, man. We're getting Vinicius. That's it. If I'm not mistaken, we're the only club in the Bamiyan rotational club that didn't get a single penny from him. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised, Robbo. I wouldn't be surprised. We're not. Why is as big and as good a club as we've seen some of the guys that has left this club? Serge Gnabry, Szczesny,
Nasri,
even Aubameyang, and our highest ever sale is still Alice Oxlade-Chamberlain, or is it Iwobi? It's one of those two.
No, it's Ox, but our top 4 is like Ox, Iwobi, Emil Smith Rowe, and freaking Balogun are like our top.
Not a single one over 40 million pounds.
Yeah, no, nothing. Not even 37.5. I think our biggest sale is 35.
Crazy. Big up, Dr. Seymour. What's up, man?
Big up, Doc.
Big up, Seymour. I've already scored a banging goal in preseason for Deport. Listen, we're gonna get into it because I got some Sevilla stuff to talk about as well. But yes, I will talk about it. Big up, Wahaha. Yep. Let's make a deal and hurry up.
Facts.
You got a better chance of playing the actual game. Let's make a deal and winning than us making a deal. That pastelito, the guava, yeah, pastelito, yeah, queso with a cortadito in the morning. Yeah, listen. Dr. Seymour knows, man. Food, like that's what Gianni said. He said food in South Florida is different, man. Different gravy. Alba's still a ball. He still got that striker instinct. Yeah, we could have. Imagine if Aubameyang had played in that season. We was playing Kai Havertz. We win the league.
Bro, if Aubameyang would have been the striker in the 22-23 season when we blew the lead and we added Trossard to that team the way Trossard was playing, we win the league easy. We win the league easy with that team.
But he's got an ego, apparently. Seymour, that arroz con pollo be slapping. Arroz con gandules. Arroz con gandules is my favorite. I love arroz con pollo, don't get me wrong. But arroz con gandules?
The best.
Top tier, bro.
The best.
An actual shooter definitely works. I had some fake ones there. Yeah, man. Terrible. Ethan Wanyeri is walking ESR's path. Yep. I think he'll be better.
Floricua.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Don't show me, man, because I have to go live in England. Like the closest I can get to my type of food is Nando's.
Okay.
In this region, and it hurts my soul. Unless my wife cooks. So Rican Gianni, thank you for answering my question. I must go. Have a good show. Big up to you, Static. Have a good one.
Big up, Static, every time.
Mr. Pad, yep, siempre. They never serve it.
Guanciale? Yeah, I know. It's unfortunate. That's the best thing to do with carbonara, but
sometimes not even with egg.
Oh no, if they don't do it with egg, I don't know what the fuck they're trying to say it is.
Throwing some flan and a cafe bustelo. Listen, flan is my favorite.
Yep.
Flan is my absolute favorite. That bread story is an analogy for Arsenal buying Chelsea's. Yeah, man. Exactly, Robbo. Right. Exactly. We know. Hey, we need a striker. Chelsea say, "Oh, don't worry, I got you." Go to the corner. Like, oh, how much you pay for that guy? Oh, 10 million. We'll sell it back to you for 45. We'll take it.
Bro, if we get Joao Pedro from Chelsea, I'm gonna lose my shit.
I'm crying.
I'm gonna lose my shit if we buy him, especially for 80 million. What they're asking for, I'll lose my shit if that happens.
Waha said Chelsea just sold Chalobah for just a few mils of your back. Yeah. And if Chalobah was at Arsenal, we ain't selling him for that.
Nope.
10 million. I'll see your shepherd's pie and raise you a nice Italian lasagna. Love that meat sauce and ricotta cheese.
There's a trick though to make lasagna better. My at least the way I like it is my grandmother would do hard-boiled eggs and then dice up the hard-boiled eggs and whip it with the ricotta cheese to even make the cheese more creamier when you have it with the lasagna.
Grandmas, man. Oh.
You know, nothing better than getting some home cooked food from the grandma, man. Ain't nothing better, man.
They had a cafe Bustelo on campus. A queue going out the building every morning. Yeah, man. Top tier. Bolognese is the greatest sauce of all time. So
it's
simple,
great, but it's so good.
Dessert wise, I love a tiramisu. Oh, tiramisu with limoncello.
Yeah.
That's a way to end a hearty meal, man.
Yeah,
I love a tiramisu. LOL Latvian Gunner. And Arsenal's like 17 in current Premier League in terms of their top sales. 17. It's crazy. Even teams like Hull City and some other championship teams are outdoing us in sales. Embarrassing. Well, hopefully Berta can change that. But the problem is Berta's got all the edu trash to get rid of, and then we can see it. But guess what? If we start struggling and we got to buy out contracts, they'll blame Berta. They already blame Berta for everything that's not his fault anyway. And make sure you subscribe to Dr. Seymour.
Yeah. Big up.
Now I have started some other chats from Sean because he had to go. We talked about this one, EODs as well, earlier. I started that one. But yeah. But he asked this question: will either of you take Osimhen at Arsenal? I would, but I wouldn't. I would as far as talent. I wouldn't because I don't think our manager would get the best out of him. I think our manager would shift him out to the wing for Kai Havertz. I honestly do, man. Because Gyökeres scored 15 goals while still being played in tandem with Kai Havertz, which I think is impressive. So, but yeah, I would definitely take Osimhen.
Would you play if we got stuck with Havertz? Obviously, we're going to get stuck with Havertz. That's not even a question. Would you try playing a 4-4-2 and have Havertz play as like a secondary striker off Gyökeres? Because I honestly think that's the only way you're going to get the best out of Havertz. Because when he played at Leverkusen, it was more of like a 4-4-2, weird formations that they were playing for Havertz to not be an out-and-out striker. He was more of like that old school secondary striker, like what you saw Del Piero play. Not really a number 10, more forward than that. You know what I mean? I would honestly like to give it a try just to see. But
my issue with the 4-4-2 is not even them. My issue with the 4-4-2 is who do you play in the two? Who are the two midfielders? Because if Odegaard is one of them, I don't want to see it.
No. See,
I don't want to see it.
That's why I was throwing it out there. Like with this season, if we do get Bruno Guimaraes, I would be speculating to see like a Rice and Lewis Skelly combo or Rice and Guimaraes, and then you go Havertz, Gyökeres up top, and then Saka on the right, and then Solis on the left, or whoever we may get as the other left winger. Because I also think you can also get the best out of Martinelli if you put him up top as well. Like Martinelli could play up top with Martinelli could be playing up top with Gyökeres as well. And I think that would aid out Gyökeres because you're going to have teams would have to worry about the pace of Martinelli getting in behind. That's really how I would look at it if you played 4-4-2. It's just I don't want to see this same old bullshit 4-3-3. I could deal with 4-3-3 if you play the right players. I mean, you and me have said it. I just don't want to see Odegaard at this club anymore. I want him gone.
My issue with Arteta, one of them, is he's the reason that Martinelli hasn't progressed.
Facts.
And people won't admit that, but he is. Because Martinelli, when he was under Emery, he looked like he was going to be a good striker.
Yes.
He looked like he was getting moved centrally to be that finisher. And then Arteta came and made him. He's not a touchline winger. You know that. I know that. The chat knows that. Now, if he was playing every time Martinelli is in the central area and he gets the ball, he makes something happen. When you ask him to be a touchline winger, he pulls a Madueke and the ball goes here, there, and everywhere. And that's the issue. But I think it's kind of late for Martinelli, man. I think that I would love to see him at a different club as well. I like Martinelli, but I would love to see him. I would love to see if it wasn't him, if it was kind of the manager really. But yeah, this is a 2 out of 10 window for me so far. I mean, the Salas guy looks good. I think that he does look good. But he was playing Girona.
And this ain't Girona of a couple of years ago when they were actually in the fight for like the top 4 of Spain.
Nah, this is
ripped up. This is ripped up. Yeah. This is ripped up Girona. And now they've tried to put Girona together with super glue, bubble gum, and plywood.
Yeah, it's not working. Gianni giving us that grandma secret. Yeah, man. Banana secret. Rice and Bruno in the middle of 4-4-2, Saka. And which wingers?
Like I said, Solis. Me personally, Martinelli should be the first person that's sold only because he would be the maximum profit. I don't want to see us lose Ethan Nwaneri, to be quite honest with you. I'd like to see some of these young guns be given an opportunity again. Especially because you know what's screwed up about the whole Ethan Nwaneri thing is that Ethan was a big part 2 years ago of stabilizing us out when we knew Liverpool was going to win. He had a lot of good games for us, and I just don't understand why he's been thrown to the side because the manager doesn't want him, doesn't trust him. He's still too young for him. But I think it's a bad move on our part. But I think Ethan Nwaneri is better on that right-hand side than Noni Madueke, in my opinion. So
yeah, I mean, I still don't understand why Nani's here. So
biggest waste of 50. I swear we're cleaning cash for Chelsea.
Listen, money laundering at its finest.
Yeah,
Odegaard and Havertz are so boring. Yes, they are. Martinelli is a backup central striker next season? No, because that's Havertz or Gyökeres, depending on how our manager feels.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if he starts Havertz this season. Would not be surprised one bit by it.
I wouldn't be either. But switching now, right? Because we talked enough Arsenal and we talked enough food. Switching up the European leagues, because this is also a Sevilla show. As you can see, your boy got the Sevilla kit there.
That's a nice one, man.
There's not. It is.
I like that. What season is that?
Last season.
Is that last season's?
There was
a black one. There was a black jersey that they had back in the day because I've always had a soft spot for Sevilla. Who was the Ukrainian winger that they had back in the day? Huh?
How far ago?
Yeah, Konoplyanka. No, he was my boy. He was my boy when he was with Sevilla, man. He was a good player.
That was back when he was winning Europa League. So Konoplyanka, Carlos Bacca.
Yeah. Wasn't Jovetic on Sevilla for one of those? I think he was only there on loan, but I think he was at Sevilla for one year. Because
Sevilla had so many good players. Come on.
Yeah.
Rakitic was at Sevilla.
Right, but it was like 2 seasons back to back. It was like Jovetic was there on loan, then I think Ciro Immobile was there on loan for one
Ciro.
year. Yeah.
I remember Ciro. I almost got his kid as well because I just like the name Immobile.
Yeah.
But Billionaires Money Laundering never. Last season's Sevilla home kit is nice, the white one. I got that one. I got that one. Hold on.
I've always liked Sevilla. They've always had good teams. I always appreciate Sevilla. Ooh, he'll be right back. Yeah, Konoplyanka was a baller. He freaking fizzed out when he went to Schalke because Schalke got rid of the whole team when they were trying to compete. And then Schalke went down that whole path of getting rid of everybody because money was starting to dry up over there. But no, Sevilla, I've always had a soft spot for Sevilla. They also had who was the Brazilian striker? He was on the 2010 Brazilian national team. I always liked him when he was at Sevilla too. I think it was Luis Fabiano.
That was before my time. I started following him in 2014, 15.
Okay.
Because I didn't. So if you don't know the story, because you might not have watched, but I didn't really watch club football until 2015. And Sevilla was the first club I watched. And then my friend was like, "You should get into football." And then roundabout way, we settled on Arsenal. So that's the two. But Sevilla were the first club that I actually watched and fell in love with. Because I lived in Spain at the time.
Okay.
So
I've never been to Sevilla. I want to go visit Sevilla. I just know not to go. I just know not to go during the summertime because it gets hotter than hell down there.
This is one DG's talking about from last year.
Yeah.
The reason I love this kit.
Ooh, yeah.
That's my favorite Arsenal player, Alexis Sanchez.
What a ball.
Because that's when I started watching. Konoplyanka.
Yeah,
he was there. He was mad, rated a while, and he fizzled out very quickly. Yeah.
He fizzed out in Germany when he went to Schalke. He was good when he was at Sevilla.
And yes. So I wanted to talk about Sevilla. So as far as the signings, there's not much like with Arsenal. We have signed Fran Gonzalez, which is a young goalkeeper from Real Madrid. They've got 50% rights. So that means that if he blows up at Sevilla, Real Madrid going to do what they usually do and say, come back, and then we'll sell him for more. So there's that. There's not much happening. But now that I've got you, Johnny, do you watch La Liga? Do you watch? I know you watch Serie A. You watch La Liga. What do you think this is also going to turn into a prediction show? I'm going to change the thumbnail so people won't know this is what happened. I'll change the thumbnail after and act like it never happened.
You should call this is the everything show. We got Sevilla, we got Arsenal, we got food.
Food, everything, right? But this is what happens when you got two people from America who are ethnic, right? You know what I'm saying? This is if you guys don't know, right? And I don't know how it is in Chicago, but in South Florida, when you talk with your mates, you sit outside, you play dominoes, right? You sit under the tree, you play dominoes. That's what this is. We don't got dominoes, but this is what this is. You just sit there and you drink a little something, you shoot dominoes, and that's what we do in South Florida. Gianni will know because that's what Puerto Ricans do everywhere. unless it's cold outside. I imagine they don't do it in Chicago when it's cold. But
No.
in the summer, I imagine
No.
that the Puerto Ricans sit outside and they play the dominoes.
Dice and dominoes.
That's what it is. So that's what it is because
with Italians at cards. We're either playing poker, gin rummy.
Oh,
or
black people, you playing spades. So you know what I'm saying? You outside playing something. So you outside playing something. But that's what we're doing.
You gotta be careful with spades. Them spades games get rough.
Yeah, it'll
Especially if you start, especially you got the one guy who's throwing the freaking cards at the table, talking shit.
People lose friendships and lives playing spades. Okay. Sorry, Betis was one of my favorite teams in Spain since. Listen, this is how I feel about Betis, right? My hate for Betis isn't as strong as my hate for Tottenham because Betis at least has some history.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And their fans represent Sevilla. Now, do I want them to win? No, I don't. I don't want them to win a darn thing. Right. And I'm pretty sure Gianni will probably feel similar about, like a Roma. Like you don't want them to win.
Right.
But you're like the noisy neighbor. You're representing for the south of Italy. You want them to do well. They're not too well. But you don't want them to lose to the north. And that's how I feel about Betis. I want them to beat all the other teams, but I want them to do better than us. All right? That's how I feel.
I hate Juventus and Milan way more than I hate Rome. I'd rather see Rome and stuff than Milan or Juve. I
don't mind Betis. Playing spades the only time I can openly curse in front of my elders and be forgiven. Yeah. Yeah, man. You could drop some F-bombs and be like looking over your shoulder like, yeah. Oh, okay. All right, I'm good. No,
as soon as the game's over there, you might catch the backhand if you're not being careful.
Yeah. No chanclas coming to the back of the head. But yeah, John? What do you think about La Liga this season? You think?
I'm interested to see with what's going to happen. I think with Real Madrid, it's going to be all or nothing. I kind of feel like Real Madrid and City are the same thing this year. It's either going to work out fantastic and they win the league, or Jose Mourinho's not the guy and it blows up in their face midway through the season.
I said the same. But I said that I think that the only person whose ego is big enough to not only compete with Florentino Perez, but also to kind of get those players in shape. Because you can't talk trash to Mourinho. He's won everything.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I think that's what you know what I'm saying? Areola didn't have it, whatever his name was. Areola. Xabi Alonso.
Xabi Alonso is he's a weird one for me because it's like they propped him up big at Leverkusen, which he deserves the credit for Leverkusen, but it's like at the same time, Leverkusen, somebody had to win the Bundesliga other than Bayern at least one season. It just so happened to be him. That's why it's like I want to see more from this Real team. I think the ability of Cucurella and Dumfries is going to aid I think Cucurella and Dumfries is going to aid out the attack with Real. Now I'm wondering what's going to happen with Trent, because I think Trent Alexander-Arnold's going to hit. It may get exposed this year, if I'm being quite honest, at Real Madrid. So I just don't know. It's all good, Rican. I'll hold the fort down. I think it's obviously going to come down to Barca and Real. I do think that Atletico will return to third place. I think Atletico has a very good team. I'm very impressed that they went out and got that Hulman from Sporting. He's a very good central midfielder. I think Simeone is really going to go gung-ho at this 4-4-2 again. And when you look at the rotation that he'll have, he has Barrios, Hulman, Johnny Cardoso, who had a pretty good year last year. I think that rotation in the middle, and Koke's there again, but Koke, obviously, as old as he is, he'll be better as a rotationary player. But when you look at that rotation of central midfielders, I think they'll be fine. I think the question for me is going to be, who do you get at Atletico that's going to really replace Antoine Griezmann? But I'm not – I think Villarreal's third place story will probably end this year. I still think Villarreal will get fourth. I don't like Terzic either. I think he's an overrated manager. But Atletico, we'll see. I honestly think Atletico should bite the bullet and just sell Alvarez. If you could sell him to another team outside of Barcelona, I understand. You don't want to sell him to a direct rival, but you don't want a player who doesn't want to be at the team. So if you could sell Alvarez and break the bank and get a ton of money for him from Barcelona, I would be looking at other players. To be honest, I don't know if he would ever make this move. But if you sold Alvarez, I would go to Sociedad and go get Oyarzabal and put him up top with Sorloth next year and run with Atleti. Because I think Lookman, when you look at it, if they're going to go this 4-4-2, if the likes of having like a Pablo Barrios and Holman in the midfield with Giuliano Simeone on the right, Lookman on the left, and if you were to put together like a Oyarzabal and Sorloth, I think they'd be a very, very good team going forward. Defensively, I still think Atletico needs some work. I'm not too sold on this Pubil guy. I think Hanko was good, but a little too in and out for me. Lenormand, for me, needs to step up because he didn't hit where he was at under Sociedad, in my personal opinion. But I do think Atleti returned to third. Villarreal probably dropped down to fourth. And then after that, I think it's a toss-up. I think Betis will probably get fifth again as far as that. I was going to ask you with Sevilla, what is it just because Monchi's gone that they've left that concept of grabbing players that may be out of form at another club and getting them and getting the best out of them? Because Monchi was a whiz when he did that. If you look at it, the first time.
The second time he came back, you asked Sevilla fans, they're not too happy with him. He didn't do hot the second time. I think that Sevilla are in financial issues, and I think that's the biggest problem. Bro, we at one point we linked with Jamie Vardy, bro.
Yeah, man, who didn't do shit in Italy like that, which is like, why are you even?
I think that with Garcia Plaza coming, the issue is the presidency is kind of weird as well.
Is it still Carrasco?
I'm not sure. I'm talking about
he was the one that kind of started making a lot of weird decisions with Monchi at the tail end on certain. I just thought you guys got it wrong on some. I would have never let go of Lucas Ocampos, to be honest with you, the way that they did. I thought Ocampos was a better player to then just be thrown by the wayside, and I thought they held on. Suso, after the Lopetegui years, Suso was dog shit. I didn't understand why they held on to him for so long.
Terrible.
Same with that Eric Lamela too.
Terrible. But I mean, did you know that we had Neil Morpay last season?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just how the issue with Sevilla is there's not stability at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Sevilla having the financial issues, and we were supposed to have they had agreed to deal with Sergio Ramos group. And then they changed the workings behind the deal. So that fell through, and now they're trying to find investment. So it's all seems to be up in the air. Now we're selling assets like Vasquez could be leaving. For some reason we sold Acor Adams. I don't know why we sold that guy. I'm not entirely sure why. But Garcia Plaza's come in and he's kind of cleaned the shop. You know, he's Juan Lu's leaving. I don't know, man. I just think when those guys we talked about, Konoplyanka, Carlos Baca, Koke, like you look at how that team was and how good that team was.
Mm-hmm.
So where we are now, like we finished 15th. We could have been relegated last season.
It almost looked like up until like the last 6-7 games of the season.
We lost to Santi Cazorla.
Yeah.
Like, bro. Yeah. And they finished dead last. It was tough. It's a tough watch.
Yeah.
I don't know what Wayne Rooney said about Neymar.
That he was overrated.
Oh, okay. The easy answer to that is I don't think he was. I think when it comes to Neymar being overrated, he overrated himself.
Yes.
I think that if Neymar had stayed at Barcelona for a couple more seasons and then moved to a different team, I think that we'd be saying something different. I think Neymar leaving, and I know that you don't want to be in Messi's shadow, but going to PSG, when PSG aren't what they are now, I just don't think was the move.
See, I didn't have a problem with PSG with him. I had a problem with how he acted. You know, you want to leave and get out of the shadow of Messi and everything else, but then you don't want to do the work. Like Neymar, while he was with that whole core of Barcelona, learned you can't fuck around with this, with what we're doing here. You're either with the team or we're all going to force you out. Neymar went to PSG and started throwing shots because it's like, oh, I'm worth 200 something million. If this manager tells me I can't party, I'm calling the owner to get the manager fired, because that's exactly what happened with Unai Emery. So, you know, that's the reason why I think Neymar's overrated with stuff like that, because it's like, dude, on the ball, skills-wise, Neymar's one of the best dribblers I've ever seen with the ball. On ball, when he wants it, Neymar's one of the best players I've ever seen. The problem was, once he left Barcelona, there was no more hunger for him.
And this is where I feel like the difference between, when we talk about Brazil as a whole, you talk about the favela kids and the private school kids. Martinelli's a private school kids. Richarlison, private school kids. Ronaldinho, those are favela kids. And although Ronaldinho came from the South, like he wasn't really from the favelas, but he's from this small town. He went to Gremio. He worked his way up. You know what I'm saying? He comes from humble beginnings.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that Neymar had the ego of Ronaldo, but not the hunger.
Right.
And eventually Ronaldo lost it as well. He put on weight, and, you know, he had injuries and stuff. And Ronaldinho as well. But they won something. They took Brazil to World Cups.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, while I said Richarlison is a poverty kid, he does not act like it. He don't act like it.
Richarlison is not even Brazilian.
When I say poverty, I don't mean like you come from poverty. I'm talking about the mindset. Like when you have kind of that deep hunger where you want to keep fighting and keep fighting and keep fighting. Those guys, the Brazil team, we saw it in the World Cup. They don't have that.
No.
Them guys don't have that. And I think, was it Shane or Views brought up a really good point. Like, guys going from Brazil to Europe very early, they never get that hunger.
Yep.
Because, I mean, we look at people like Endrick and, you know, so all those people, like, you come over at 15, you don't grind your way up, man. You don't work your way up. And it's sad. I mean, I still blame Dunga. Dunga will always have blame from me about why Brazil not taking Ronaldinho in 2010. I don't care what you say.
That was the biggest. No, I agree. That was the big snub that I didn't understand with what he did. But the thing that with me with the whole Dunga situation is, like, Ronaldinho for me was the player that he screwed up on by not bringing him to there was the 2010 World Cup. He left him off, right? That World Cup was weird because he got left off there. Then if you remember, Maradona, when he was the manager of Argentina, left Javier Zanetti and Cambiaso at home, didn't take them either. And they just helped. They were two major parts of Inter winning a treble. So that was weird. Like, there was a lot of teams that was doing that weird shit. But yeah, Dunga definitely had a part of it, because Dunga tried doing the same thing. He tried playing Ancelotti's 4-4-2 diamond midfield, when it's like, bro, your front three could be Robinho, Ronaldinho, and Luis Fabiano with Kaká underneath. Like, what are we doing here?
But this is the thing that I see with a lot of managers, Gianni. Like, and we saw it sometime in the World Cup. Like, Tuchel, you have Harry Kane, you've got Declan Rice. Let's say the shell of Declan Rice. Mm-hmm. You know, you've got this machine in Jude Bellingham, and you decide to play defensive. Why? You've got them on toast. Just keep going. And I just don't understand. Like, it's this new way of playing and putting together a team. Like, I don't get it. But Brazil's finished.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a while before they straighten out.
As an Italian, because you follow Italy, as an Italian fan, like, do you see Brazil going in the same direction Italy was going in? Because I feel like Brazil. I mean, Brazil have never missed a World Cup, right? So
I don't think they'll miss it.
I don't think they'll miss it. But I don't see them getting back to anything. I see them just getting worse, like making it and then getting knocked out the group stage.
Yeah, I could potentially see that happening. Yeah. The problem with Italy is that it's all self-inflicted stupidity. We have the talent. You know, people are saying that Italy doesn't have talent. The problem with that is that if you look at from the U17s and the U19s since 2010, we've made 7 finals with our youth and we've won 3 of them. So that's a good record. The problem is that in Italy, they just don't believe in playing young players and giving them first team minutes. You know, if you're 19, unless you're at, you know, Totti or Del Piero level at 19, they throw you in Serie B for 5 years. And that's why the talent gets thrown to shit. Because what are you going to do playing again? If you're the best player in the second division for 3 years and you're not developing at that point anymore, you know? So that with Brazil, like I said, for me, I would make it a rule, you know, to be like, you cannot leave Brazil before you're 25 years old. And then on top of that, you have to get the coaching that's going to bring back the allowing the players to play the favela street ball style of Brazilian football. Not this. This is European Brazil. It's almost like, you remember the Pele movie where they were showing how, we have to play like how Sweden plays, how Sweden was like the best team in the world in like the 50s. And we're going to play this European style. And it was also the underlying thing of playing the more white Brazilians than it was playing the black Brazilians, because the black Brazilians believed in playing the street style, samba style football. It's almost like they have to go back and do the exact same thing all over again now as it was 50, 60 some odd years ago. You know, that to me is almost what it's like, because this crap, they can't, this isn't Brazil, man. We all grew up loving Brazil, dancing around everybody.
It reminds me of Cool Runnings. I love that movie. Right. Cool Runnings. When they tried to be, what was it? The Swiss.
The Swiss.
Right. And then he said, but we're not Swiss. We're Jamaican.
Yep.
This is what I was saying earlier on Shane's stream. Like, I feel like it sounds terrible, but I feel like your manager should be from where you're from.
100%.
Because you can be the best man, like Pep Guardiola. He's not Italian.
Nope. That's why I didn't want him.
Like I feel like if you're gonna be a leader of Italy, because you're the first team manager, but you're also the biggest person in football in Italy. You're basically the president of Italian football, because all of the players who are from under 17 down are looking to get to your level. Yep. They're looking at whoever that manager is and saying, I want to get in that guy's eye line. I want to be there. That's what they're working toward. And if you got a guy who doesn't know what it's like to be Italian from the slums and the ghettos and all that stuff, then how can you expect them to transmit the Italian passion,
exactly,
the Spanish passion, the American? Like, how can you expect someone who's never actually experienced being in that country and coming up and working hard to do that?
See, with the U.S., I think it's a different story, because
it's all corporate. You can get anybody.
It's not only all corporate, but the other thing though too is that we are so far. The U.S. is so far behind the rest of the world when it comes to the sport. I'm not upset that they get foreign managers to bring in better ideas than the bullshit that we've seen. Look at that moron. Who's that fat moron that was the manager? They brought him back in 2018 because everybody got sick of Klinsmann, because they didn't want to do what Klinsmann wanted to do with the team, but it turned out that Klinsmann was right in the long run. Who was that idiot? Was it Arenas? It was Bruce
I think
Arenas
it was.
Or something like that. Remember that they all, let's do it the American way. If you're an army brat and you weren't born and raised in the U.S. of A., you can't be on a national team. Well, look at how many good fucking players couldn't make an appearance on the national team until Klinsmann came. Jermaine Jones never got a call up until Jurgen Klinsmann came. Look at John Brooks, all them guys. Oh, because you weren't born and raised in the USA, you can't make the team. Like, that's the reason why I say, like, U.S. is different. The U.S. is different in that scenario as far as that nonsense. But potentially in the long run, you would hope to see an American coach that does have some common sense when it comes to the sport than some of this other stuff. But as far as
outside, Alexi Lalas is your representative.
No, he's a fucking idiot, man.
Bro, he's a fucking idiot. I'm so glad that I watched the World Cup in Spanish. I can't stand that dude.
I watched the whole World Cup in Spanish as well. I watched it on Telemundo. I wouldn't watch it in English because it's like, bro, first of all, I lost it at the beginning. I don't know if you and me talked about it, but I talked about it with Shane. This guy was legitimately trying to make an argument that Weston McKennie is better than Alexis McAllister. Like, he was full-blown serious about it. And it's like, bro, this is exactly why the rest of the world laughs at Americans when it comes to this sport, because we try to dumb stuff down. And then on top of it, then you got the self-centered, narcissistic idiot in Landon Donovan who just says dumb shit every day. I don't know how anybody listens to him. I don't know how Tim Howard puts up with him on a freaking podcast.
This is why I could never, like, and I hate that. Listen, I love my country. Right? We just spent an hour talking about the food and stuff, but I could never support the U.S. national team because of that. I just can't. I don't connect with them. And I said it before. I've never connected with that team.
I root for them as far as wanting to see the sport advance in the U.S. But it gets hard, man, because it's like, the one thing I cannot stand, which now from what my understanding it's starting to get like this in Europe and different parts, is this pay-to-play system. It's the worst thing. There's so much talent. You cannot tell me that if the U.S. adopted the European ideology of allowing these kids to come in and play in a youth academy, and the youth academy eats it, but then or gets funded by the national team so that they can actually get all of the actual talent. When you look at there's no other country that puts out athletes like the U.S. does. There's no other country that puts out athletes like the U.S. does. You can't tell me if you start tapping into some of the basketball talent or American football talent to play football in the United States that we wouldn't have a great, potentially a very good team. You know, and then on top of it, it's also self-inflicted stupidity. Like Mauricio, my opinion, I don't think Mauricio Pochettino should have got an extension. I would have sacked him. And looked for somebody else. How do you play a 3-5-2 against Bosnia and make Bosnia look decent? And this isn't throwing any shade at Bosnia like that. But the first two games the U.S. played, we looked damn good in that 4-2-3-1 formation that we were playing under Pochettino. Now all of a sudden, oh no, we're going to play 3-5-2. Bro, you played 3-5-2. Belgium looked like they were the golden era Belgium against us, and they're dog shit.
I mean,
like that's the whole reason
why. Tottenham, but you can't get the stink off of you.
Yeah, like what are you doing here, man? Like that's the whole reason why. Like for me, it's nah. I'm not a fan, and I've never been. Besides the fact that he was Tottenham, I just don't think Pochettino's that good of a manager. If I'm being quite honest with you, he made it to a final. Congratulations! It is what it is.
So did our manager. Americans look down on everything non-American. Depends on what
Depends
type of
on the scenario on that. Depends on the scenario with that.
Like it depend on if you got the Bible toting Americans, of course they do. But like me and Gianni, I feel differently. And I can't speak for Gianni, but I feel differently because I'm American, but I basically grew up the child of immigrants.
Same.
Like my dad's, from the South. He's a big black Southern man. But my mom, her and her family immigrated from Puerto Rico. And before you say, yes, Puerto Rico is part of the U.S., but they speak all Spanish there. And Puerto Rico America treats Puerto Rico like it's the redheaded stepchild.
Yeah.
Basically, like there's a whole history. If you haven't been on the channel before, I go through it in the earlier stream. But, you know what I'm saying? So like I grew up with Mexicans. My wife's Haitian. I grew up with her. Like I grew up around people who grinded to come into America. So I got to see different cultures and different things. So I don't think America. I always say America is got a Lamborghini body and a lawnmower engine. Like that, we walk around like it's the greatest thing. We're no different than many other countries. We got the same kind of problems.
It's also what's if you come from a city in America, it's much different than coming from Middle America. Two completely different things. If you grow up in a metropolitan area, it's different because you're going to grow up with a bunch of different people because the whole country is a country of immigrants. My dad ain't from here. My dad's from Italy. In Italian slang, we call them grease balls, the fobs, the fresh off the boats. You know what I mean? That's there. And there's a difference between Italian Americans and Italians. So, and then again, growing up different. I didn't grow up in no farmland, man. I grew up down the street from the hood, from the infamous Cabrini Green projects, and then To the west of me was Humboldt Park. So I grew up with black kids and Puerto Rican kids growing up. So I grew up in a melting pot over here. So, and again, that's the thing about America. Growing up in the cities are a completely different thing than growing up in other areas in the United States. But as far as, you know, what you see as far as your representation on that football pitch and how the USA does it, you basically got to be a rich kid in order to get to a high level in football in America. And that's the problem.
That, Gianni, is the reason I never, like, and I tell this story before, like when I watched my first Copa America, I think it was 2004-ish, right? And my uncle asked me who I wanted. When I looked at the U.S. national team, I didn't see anybody who looked like me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm a street kid, man. I came from the ghetto. I didn't see anybody that looked like me. But when I looked at the Mexico team, I saw people that look black and brown kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when I saw the fans, I saw people that looked like me, and it was different, right? So for me, I'm like you, John. I would love for football to take off in America. You know, I watched Inter Miami from when they were just a thought, when Beckham was actually at LA and they said they awarded him a team and he thought about coming to Miami. I've been following them since then. But now I got a whole bunch of people that don't look like me. No, you know what I'm saying? Like on the team.
Which is wild, especially because of Miami.
Exactly. Like, so it looks like Argentina B, really, if you're honest. You know what I'm saying? So so I'm disconnected from it. Like I like to watch, and that's the thing I love about the Arsenal. Throughout their history, you see players that look like me.
Mm-hmm.
You're Ian Wright, Thierry Henry, Patrick. They look like me. Mm-hmm. They came from struggle. And I'm not saying you have to have that. Just me personally.
No.
So USA national team. When I looked at Landon Donovan, bro, it looked like he came from money, bro. Even Tim Howard, yeah, he looks like me, but the way he speaks, you know what I'm saying, the way he conducts himself, bro, you know what I'm saying, you didn't have pot noodles. It don't seem like you had mayonnaise sandwiches, bro. Like you didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? So it was hard for me to relate. But when I see Mexico, because I grew up with Mexican friends,
right? So
my friends grew up in my neighborhood. They said, you know, they were watching Chivas and Club America, Guadalajara. Like that's how I grew up. So for me, and even now, like I support Puerto Rico first. We suck, but it's okay. We're getting there eventually. But then I supported Spain because I lived in Spain. And I like Spanish. I like Spanish ladies, allegedly. Allegedly. Oh wait, I didn't read this. I don't think Italy would ever accept a non-Italian. They shouldn't. If you're not from the sort that want to accept you, football runs in Italian blood. Trapattoni and Sacchi set the blueprint.
The other thing though is this too, is that historically Italy, Germany, Brazil, and Argentina are the four teams you always worry about in the World Cup. Spain, as much as I love watching the Spanish national team, Spain has also been able to rise to where they're at because of the fall of all these other nations. That's the thing. So, because Spain historically, they were always good on the eye, but when it came down to crunch time, Spain never showed up. Yeah,
Prime Brazil is destroying the Spanish team.
So is Prime Italy.
Yeah, they don't have a shot.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, you think Oyarzabal is going to score against? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, the Italian defender.
Dude, people forget the last time Italy played a knockout game in the World Cup was the 2006 final. It's the last time That's the last time Italy's played a knockout game at the World Cup. That's the problem. You know,
I'm still ticked off of the fact that you guys beat England. Because England's my third team. Because obviously I live here now. But yeah, I was at Disney World fuming. I had an England kit on and everything, fuming. So,
but that's the thing. We shouldn't. It's not to come off like an asshole, but again, like what Rican said, you should have a manager that is from the country, and it makes it even worse. Like Italy's talking to Pep Guardiola, brother. We're one of the biggest footballing nations in the world. We should not be having to look to an outsider to fix our problems. We should be man enough to be able to look in the mirror and accept that we screwed up, but we need to fix our own freaking problems, not ask for help from somebody on the outside. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion.
Same. Am I watching the match tomorrow? I should be doing a watch along, hopefully. It's just going to be more of this, so prepare yourself. In the U.S., football is a pastime. Italy, football is a religion. Bro, Italy, Brazil, like, You know what I'm saying? You grow up with a ball, man. It's not that anymore. Third world country with a Gucci belt on. Yes. That's exactly what it is. With the big Gucci belt, the big G and everything.
The big G.
that you got from the flea market. That's what it is. We know it's not real. I spoke to some Americans. What else are they going to do in those poor countries except kick the ball around? When you tell them people don't play football in the U.S. because it's too expensive, they just dismiss it as a lie. No, it's true.
It's true.
Bro, I grew up, like I said, we had a Mexican kicker, bro, for our American football team. He would literally play soccer, right? And then when soccer practice was done, he'd stroll over, kick 60-yard field goals like it was Swiss cheese. And then he'd be like, all right, I'm done.
Yep.
And he'd go home, bro. That's it. Hey, can you do your kicks? Yep.
Yep.
That was
That's how it worked. That's how it worked.
But you think he would make it in the MLS? No, because no one's looking in my neighborhood.
Nope.
No one's looking in the poor neighborhoods because you have to pay. You paying thousands to go to an academy. Yep. But in a country that has Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, Italians, Cubans, Africans of all nations, you telling me none of those kids can make the U.S. national team? Come on, man.
The problem is that nobody can afford. Nowadays, it's so bad. You want to get a shot at a decent academy. You're talking $7,500 or more a year. Most people ain't got that type of money on the side to do that.
Nah, I ain't even got that. Nah, I'm just playing. I'm broke. Hey, listen. Make sure you guys hit that like, share, and subscribe. All right, your boy trying to get some funds. Listen, this kit collection it's addiction, man. It's an addiction. Going into kits to round off the show, I'm gonna probably be the only one who thinks the home kit for this season is underwhelming. The away and third kit are fire. Honestly, man, I think all three kits are underwhelming. If you're asking me, the away kit is probably the best one of the lot. The home kit is, but that third kit that came out today, you guys know I like a crazy kit. It's basically a region of the kit we saw a couple years ago during the COVID.
Yeah.
They've just put a different pattern on it and added some red.
The away kit's the blue one. The home kit's that shitty yellow one, right?
Oh, God.
Yeah, the yellow one's.
Let me see if I can add a picture to it. Give me a second.
Last Arsenal kit I bought was the alternate one, the black and purple striped one with the red trim on the ends of it. That was the last Arsenal kit I've bought.
What, ages ago?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a kid hoe. I buy kits every season.
No.
I'm so easy, like Sunday morning.
See, yeah, nice play there. No, man. They haven't given me, Arsenal haven't given me enough to just keep going out and buying kits for me. And I've developed this thing when it comes to my sports teams that I cheer for because of all the stupid shit that goes on with Chicago sports teams like the Bears. I can't even tell you the last time I bought a Bears jersey. The last thing I got was a Bears hat.
I can tell you the last time I bought Miami Dolphins jersey, and I'll tell you who I bought, right? I bought two jerseys. Both of them Zach Thomas, one in green and one in orange. I refuse to buy any current stuff. Two of them didn't want it.
He was the man.
Tyreek didn't want it.
Guy.
And if I could find the Jason Taylor one, I would buy that.
Zach Thomas was the man with that old Miami team. He's still
my favorite player of all time.
He's your favorite player of all time? Who was the outside linebacker?
That time.
Who was the outside linebacker you guys got from who's the outside linebacker you guys had at that time? You got him from Pittsburgh. He was really good with you guys too. He was good at Pittsburgh too.
Oh, Joey Porter. Was it Joey Porter?
I have his Porter. I have his jersey somewhere. Because my uncle lives down in Boca. He's a huge Dolphins fan.
Bought Ray Finkel.
Wow.
Since we have Johnny here, it would be blasphemous not to have him share some of his favorite Maradona Napoli stories.
Man, To me, my favorite Napoli goal of all time is the indirect free kick in the box. That's the greatest Maradona goal of all time. Have you ever seen that goal, Floricua? This is how corrupt Italy was for Juventus. Italy, there was a handball in the box against Juventus, and they came up with some excuse that it was an indirect free kick in the box rather than just giving it a handball. And it's like on the corner of the right-hand side of the 18-yard box. And because it was indirect, they had to take 2 touches before you could shoot. So Maradona rolled it. The one guy trapped it for Maradona, and he shot it and dipped it into the goal over the wall in the box. That's my favorite goal of all time for Maradona. Yeah, that's my favorite goal of all time.
I'll have to check it out. Definitely. Italians love Boca. That they do.
Yeah, we do.
They love Boca.
We're supposed to be getting that young kid from them, Ceballos. He's a winger from Boca. He's supposed to be really good. Another young Argentinian kid.
She means Boca Raton.
Oh, Boca Raton. Oh, I don't know nothing about that. I thought they were talking about Boca Juniors because Italians do.
That's my wife. She probably don't even know where Boca Juniors is.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah, especially the New York one. That's the only thing I don't like about the East Coast of Florida is that it's mostly New York people, and I'm not a fan of New York Italians. Are just a pain in the asses.
New York Puerto Ricans can be the same as well. I think just New Yorkers in general. Just
Taryn's good. Taryn's by far my favorite New York.
Taryn he's a military, so he's been out of New York long enough to get some coof.
Oh, maybe, but Taryn's probably my favorite person I've ever met from New York outside of my cousins that live there. But besides that, I'm not a big fan. Like New York Italians are just so. If you ever meet a New York Italian and they do that, how you doing after every single freaking question, just slap them. Just they're so annoying with that shit.
But yeah, speaking of this, going back to this question, right? And I was gonna ask you, right? Because this is how my mind works. It's just all. So you remember ages ago, I said I got an idea, right? Mm-hmm. And I said, "Can I text you?" And I just never did because you know what I'm saying it's a slight autism, man. I get started on other things and then I forget. What I was gonna do, right? I want to do a show called Football Passport, and you are one of the people I want to be on it. Because what I want to ask you, right? And I'm saying this on stream so that people can see and it can be clipped up. So if I don't do it, then I look like an a-hole. So I'm holding myself accountable by doing it on stream. But yeah, I wanted to talk to you about because I know the thing. You and I are kind of similar with you like Napoli and Arsenal, and I like Sevilla and Arsenal. And I want to talk to you about just kind of your experience, liking Napoli, liking Arsenal. Like if you had a match and it was Napoli versus Arsenal, who do you want to win?
Napoli.
It's a question I always get.
Napoli.
And I would say Arsenal before, but I think it'd be Sevilla as well because I think Arsenal can win everything. I think if it was a Champions League final.
Oh, if it was Champions League final, it's definitely Napoli. See, the thing is this, man.
It might be Sevilla as well because Arsenal could do it. I don't think Sevilla would ever do it again.
See, the thing is, first of all, my love for Arsenal. I've been an Arsenal fan for about 20 years, and that more so came into it because my grandmother, my Masma, she remarried an Englishman. And he's from London. Now, I became an Arsenal fan because I'm a ball breaker, because I'm a smart ass, because he's a Chelsea fan. He's a Chelsea fan, and his brother is a Man United fan. So I'm like, screw it. I'm going to go be an Arsenal fan. I ain't rooting for either one of these two teams. But over the years, I have fallen more and more in love with the club. The thing is, though, man, is that it's just we grew up Saturdays and Sundays. You had in America, we had the little black box. Little black box that you could steal the pay-per-views and stuff. We had to use that to be able to watch, Italian football. And it's kind of like, how like it is in America, especially when it comes to American football season, growing up with your family, rallying around whatever football team that you like. And Sunday revolves around the football game. It was the same thing with us for watching Napoli. So there isn't there isn't that extra layer to Arsenal that I have like I do with Napoli. Plus, it's also where my family's from, you know, and
Yeah.
I've spent so much time in Napoli, going to games with cousins and stuff. It's not the same thing that I have with Arsenal.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I would choose Napoli.
Like for me, and I tell people all the time, like Sevilla my first love, and I feel like Arsenal are my true love, like the one that I chose to be with. But I agree with like Sevilla for me, like the first time I ever watched club football, I was at Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan Stadium, like watching us play Cordoba, like, and I fell in love with the Beatis Nota singing the songs, and I fell in love with I was snuck into Real Madrid game. I watched Ronaldo in person for the first time at that. You know what I'm saying? Like my first year of marriage, we lived in Spain. I was watching Sevilla. You know what I'm saying? I took my wife to a Sevilla game. So for me, it's kind of the same thing. Like I don't have as much of a history as you have watching football, but Sevilla was the first club where I said, I actually like this kind of thing. Right? I think living in England has helped me because Arsenal is so much more accessible being in England. Like it's so hard. Like even doing this show, it's hard to get any stories from Spain because it's usually the same 3 publications, right? Unless you're in Spain, right? And I assume it's the same thing with Italy. Like it's the same few publications, but if you were in Italy, you'd have like a Napoli specific paper, that's talking about things. But yeah, it's kind of the same for me. Like
the other thing too, though, is like. With me, you kind of alluded to it with on Shane's channel. Napoli is the hood. Napoli is not it's not like everywhere else in Italy like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's growing up and seeing it. People. There's legitimately, they all talk about how crazy the fans are. The craziness with the fans at Napoli comes from because there's legitimately people who starve themselves out 4 days out of the week so they can put 50 euros together to go support their team. It's not like a lot of other places where you're seeing stuff like that. Napoli is the beautiful parts of Napoli are beautiful. The rough parts of Napoli are the complete 180 as far from beautiful as being fucking bad. So, that's the other side of it as well, is the grittiness that comes with the club as far as seeing what it means to so many other people. Like the one guy, he's the street sweeper where I bought my house at in Italy. Same thing. He doesn't make a lot of money, but he'll budget himself a week. He may not eat for 2 days out of the week just so that he could put 30, 40 euros together to maybe get a cheap seat where he's all the way at the top of the stadium, but he's still able to see Napoli. That's the other reason why I love it for that, because it doesn't matter what you are in that city. 98.5% of that city is all Napoli. It's when you go see a Napoli game, when you're in the city and seeing what the atmosphere is like, it's insanity. The whole city shuts down for it. So that's the other reason why it's just a huge, it doesn't matter where you are in the financial scale. It doesn't matter what you look like, what your religion is. If you're in Napoli and you're a Napoli fan, everybody comes together for that team. That's the other, it's the camaraderie of everybody who supports that club, which is also why I love it so much.
And that, I feel like, Johnny, that's the difference between, and this is good we're having this conversation. It's like the difference between kind of being an Arsenal fan and being a fan of anything else. Like, I'm a Dolphins fan, right? We've sucked for as long as I can remember. You're a Bears fan, but like in my time of being a Dolphins fan, I've never seen fans go at other fans because we suck. It's never like we don't sit in the parking lot, even on the forums, you don't say, "Oh, you're stupid because you're backing the head coach." Like, no, it's the head coach and the board's job to make us good.
Yep.
Arsenal, the first fan base I've been at where people are attacking me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the one who made the decision not to start X player. Like, I'm the one who made the decision not to sign Vinny.
Yep.
I'm the reason we're losing because I don't agree with what's going on at the club. I've never had that before. And even with Sevilla, it's the same thing, bro. Sevilla, bro, they barricaded the training ground. Them dudes couldn't get out.
Yep.
And I don't condone violence. You guys know this. But, you know what I'm saying? You got Arsenal fans beating up other Arsenal fans when the board is taking us. Bro, you know how much kits cost?
Mm-hmm.
You know how much a season ticket costs?
Yep.
But we're blaming other fans and billionaires are taking us through the ringer. Like it's the first time in this kind, and it's not just us. It's Man United. It's
Yep.
Liverpool. It's the same. Everyone blaming other fans. And you just kind of like, I've never been in a situation where fans are blaming other fans.
No.
For the
You would never get that over here in the States either with any of our sports. It's it gets called as it is over here. If it's the ownership's fault, they're going to let you know about it in these other over
and
here.
I know Italy already. You listen, you leave your car be on cinder blocks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If they'll let you leave. So,
bro, I don't know if you ever heard this story on my channel at all. There was this kid. He was a kid from Uruguay. His name was Marcelo Zalegeta. He was supposed to be one of these next young studs for Uruguay back in the day. Juventus signed him very young. Napoli ended up picking him up from Juventus. He missed 2 wide open goals against Milan that cost us getting into Europe. They blew his car up the next day. You know, Hamsik, as historic of a player as he is for Napoli, he screwed up royally in the Europa semifinal. The year that Sevilla beat Dnipro in the Europa League final,
yeah.
Dnipro beat Napoli in the semifinal. It was supposed to be Napoli and Sevilla in the Europa League final. Hamsik messed up. Dude, them guys went down to they caught him in downtown Napoli with his wife. They robbed him of his Rolex, his wife's jewelry. And I'm not talking robbing like, oh, a bunch of guys got on. They held him at gunpoint. And this is the captain of the fucking team. You know, they don't. I've never seen it like this with some of these Arsenal fans. Who are like, oh, you can't talk about a coach. Why? What the hell are you talking about? If you're a Miami Dolphins fan, the Miami Dolphins fucked up. You don't, as great as he was as a coach, you don't think the people will get mad at Don Shula? Yeah, the man went undefeated in 1 year, but they're still going to tell you that you fucked up.
Listen, John Gruden won Tampa Bay's first ever Super Bowl, and guess what? They left his car on cinder blocks.
They ran his ass out of town afterward.
His tires was gone. Yeah. So yeah, we don't play like that, man. We don't play like that in our sports. But Arsenal, the first one where they would literally blame anything but the owners and the manager. Yep. I heard this, the crossbar thing.
Yep, that's a true story.
Armando. Also, funny enough, Diego Maradona happened to play for both of our clubs.
Yep.
Because he did play for Sevilla. It was short-lived.
He went to Sevilla right after Napoli.
Yeah. He had a year at Sevilla.
Yeah, he was still playing with his nose too much.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. There's stories about it, but yeah. Yeah, man. But and with that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel sad sometimes, John, because I don't think we'll ever see players that great. The Pelés, the Maradonas, the Ronaldos, Rivaldos. I think Messi and Ronaldo probably like the last. I'm talking about that super player generation. Like players who make something out of nothing. Like, yeah, Yamal is great, but can he touch, Ronaldinho? I don't think he can.
Yamal's my last hope, but Yamal's my last hope for seeing a player like that. I will say one thing, I do like Vada. Now I may be biased because he came up through us, but no, bro, it goes back to this whole stat bullshit. Because it's so stat driven with GA, but also stat driven like, oh, do you know if a player does too much of this stuff, it could potentially leave you open for this. Your probability of getting scored on goes up. It's like, bro, who gives a shit? That's the way the game's supposed to be played. You know, I forgot who said it. There was a banner. Football is originally a sport for the poor. It was the working man's sport. And now throughout the years, they have removed it from the working man for it to be the posh sport for the elites.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. And that's the problem with that's the problem with all sports. You've seen it in American football. Now you want to go to any sporting event in America, you got to bring half your paycheck. And if you got a family, you got to take the whole paycheck.
You got to start an OnlyFans to go watch a football game.
Damn near.
But,
damn near.
But yeah, man. Yeah, it's crazy. Since I got you, because I don't know when the next time we'll be on stream, because I know that you're a busy man and you're also 5-6 hours behind me. Because obviously I'm a grandpa, man. So What are your predictions for this season, Johnny? While I got you.
Oh,
I know it's early, but
I personally think that if we can get this Bruno Guimaraes deal over the line, I am much more confident in a possibility of us going back to back. I think my biggest concern for this season is that if Arteta, once again, it's the same thing of the biggest thing that we have to overcome is ourselves. If you look at the rest of the landscape in the season, everything shows that it is favoring us to possibly go back to back. It's just, can Arsenal get out of their own way like it was last year? For me, the biggest key when you talk about something like that is, will Arteta understand that he has to rotate players? Will Arteta understand that forcing players back early from injury is bad long term? For me, I really think injuries is the only thing that could possibly prevent us from going back to back if we get the Bruno deal over the line. Because like I said to you earlier, I would rather see a midfield of a Rice, Bruno, and Eze, or a Rice, Bruno, and Lewis Skelly than anything to do with Odegaard or Havertz. So for me, if we can stay out of our own way, mainly the manager, I think there's a very good possibility that we can repeat. I do think we need to adjust the style of play to where we will have to play more open, because I don't foresee this season being another season where if we barely score 70 goals again, that we're going to win the league again. I just don't, especially with the Saliba injury, I don't see it happening. So for me, I think if we can get out of our own way, play a little bit more open, and we get this Bruno Guimaraes deal over the line, I think we have a very good chance of winning. If we don't, then we're allowing other teams to get back into the race. For me, the biggest team I'm worried about is City, because it's a all or nothing thing with City. Either Enzo Maresca is going to go in here and try to be Pep 2.0, and everyone's going to laugh him out of the building and it's going to implode, or Maresca is going to come in, give so much more leniency for the players, let them play more free. And if Maresca can play more direct to where they're force feeding Haaland, I think City's going to be a tall order to deal with again this year. So I think it's a number of things. I don't think Liverpool, as of right now, is going to be as much of a contender. I'm not a believer in Chelsea. I think they have to do so much more with that back line before I worry about Chelsea winning the league. I think Chelsea could make a run for top four. I think United's going to get a realization that they've been talking crazy about winning a league, but now you're playing in Europe this year. So we'll see how them extra games are going to affect you. But overall, I think right now, once Bruno gets over the line, I think Arsenal's got a very good chance, but it's all going to come down to Arteta if we're going to repeat again.
Yeah, I agree. It depends on what kind of things that we see. You know, if we play more attacking football and actually lean on the good players we have in attack, then I think we'll get something different. But if we go back to trying to scam victories 1-0, it's going to be a very, very long season. So
not with Saliba out.
No.
We try to do that with Saliba out, we're going to be leaking a lot of goals.
Lots. What about Napoli? Where did Napoli finish?
Outside the top four.
So like fifth?
Probably fifth or sixth, unless they smarten up and sack Allegri really quickly in the season. If we don't sack Allegri and we can't get rid of Lukaku and De Bruyne, it's going to be another long, shitty season.
Yeah. Yep. And then lastly, Sevilla. Where did Sevilla finish?
I think you guys finish anywhere between 8th to 12th. I don't think it'll be as bad as last year, but it won't be that much better. I honestly feel Sevilla need a striker. Sevilla need a striker bad.
Very. And we just gave one away, which is crazy.
Yeah, see, I think you know who I think would work with you guys? I like him. I wanted him at Napoli. I like that Hugo Duro at Valencia. I just don't think Valencia play enough attacking football for him to be able to get on the back end of goals as much as he should. I think you guys could use a guy like Hugo Duro, and I think you guys need another right winger, because I didn't understand the sale of Luca Bacchio. I'm not his biggest fan as far as an overall quality of a player, but he can score goals. I didn't think that made sense that they let him go like that. I honestly thought that Luca Bacchio would be better as a striker for Sevilla than he was as a winger. But either way, I think Sevilla will do a little bit better. I do not think Sevilla should be in a relegation battle this year. However, we'll see what ends up happening. Like, you guys should have jumped on Aubameyang, if I'm being quite honest with you. You guys should have jumped on getting Aubameyang to the team. I think Aubameyang would have done well. Do you guys still have Vargas, the Switzerland winger?
That bum.
Yeah, he's not the best.
Vargas for me is like Martinelli. When I watch Vargas,
he's a zigzag man.
but he's like Martinelli and Madueke. Vargas will do everything up until you get in front of goal, and then he just has a brain for it.
Yeah,
he's like, come, like, you're right there, bro. Just take the shot, do something amazing, and then he won't. You just like, and you saw it in the World Cup as well. He does everything in that final third. His brain goes blank.
Yep,
he's so frustrated because he's so. I feel like he has the potential to be so sad, and he was actually linked with Villa at one point. And I think Unai Emery will be one to get the talent out of him.
Yeah.
I think he's an Unai Emery type player, to be honest. Yamal is great. My fear is that he's more interested in social media than a beautiful game. If he can focus on the field, can be great. Cabarce is the best youngster on the Spanish thing for me. Yeah, man.
He's quality.
I didn't know his game, but he played exceptionally well. Played exceptionally well in the World Cup. Cabarce, Rodri, and Porro carried that fraud. Waha's not a fan of Yamal. Yamal's also injured, by the way. But yeah.
Yeah.
Don't forget Ferran Torres. Allegri is Napoli's slot.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
What if you got slot?
I'd be pissed.
Yamal needs to do better with the talent he's got, especially after he was done 2 years ago. Big up to Views. But yeah, he does need to do a little bit better. But we'll see what Barcelona got. Bang. I think if Yamal's not careful, he can end up like that. That is my fear.
That is true.
That is my fear. Because you get too much too soon, and you start thinking that you're the hottest thing since sliced bread, and you're really not.
I don't think he'll get like that as long as Hansi Flick's there, though. Flick doesn't come off as a manager that allows too much bullshit like that.
He said that's where your mind went. Yes, it is. Make sure you sub to Views. And make sure you check out his 62,264 channels. Make sure you sub to him. But make sure you go give him a sub, man. Big up to Waha. I'm Asian. And big up to Jack. And lastly, because you know this is a kit channel, because we were talking about Sevilla. You know what? Do I have any Italian kits? I do, actually.
Oh, give me 2 seconds. I got one for you.
Give me a second. I will go grab mine.
Okay. I'll wait for Puerto Rican to come back to show you guys this kit. Some of you guys might have seen this kit before, but this is a very special one. I'm waiting to get it framed. The guy who does it, who used to do it in Chicago, actually closed up his shop a couple weeks ago. So I got to find somebody else who can do it. Man said, give me 2 seconds, like his girl came over or something. No, I had to go upstairs and get it. I had to go upstairs into the closet to go grab the kit, because I keep this my the kit that I got, I keep with my shoe collection. I keep it away from everybody else. I keep it away from all my other clothes and stuff like that. But it's in my shoe collection closet. This is an original 1987-88 Napoli jersey. This is my grandfather's jersey.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep that thing on a lock and key.
It's with all my J's. My special stuff stay with. I have one closet that's for like my shoe collection and my special jerseys. This is the one. This is the special Napoli jersey. I do not wear this jersey. Don't plan on wearing it. Like I was saying, the guy who does framing for stuff like that, who I knew, just actually closed his shop up. He retired and went down to Florida. So I gotta find a new guy to get that done. But yeah, I plan on getting this framed and hanging it up in my living room.
Yeah, it's worth it. Big up to Views and Jack and DG. Make sure you guys go like kit reveal. Like, yeah, man. Yeah. Man said, give me 2 seconds like his girl came up. My girl's always here. And there's Views, 3,000 other channels. Just hit a subscribe, man. It's free. If Gianni got the one from his family watch, yeah, he got me. He got me. Of course, I'm kidding. Saturday morning. Yeah, man, beautiful, beautiful kit. Not as good as mine. Not as good as mine. I mean, no, mine is not as good as his. Sorry. Mine is not good as his. Mine is more new. Big up. And that's definitely touching the hat. Yeah, man. You know, what did I get from my granddad? An angry disposition. That's what I got.
Oh, I got the belt for mine too.
Why don't I messed up. I said his is better than mine. Mine won't be as good. I don't have anything that old. I don't got nothing from the 80s, and especially nothing that my grandfather passed down. What did my dad give me? Is ties. My dad was a preacher. He gave me all his ties. That's not a football thing, but I have every tie that he wore as a preacher, I believe. I have in a bag. I don't work in corporate. I could, but I don't. I don't work in a place. I don't work in a white collar place. So yeah, my Italian kits are not that great. I've got Inter Milan.
Oh, that's a good one. Is there anybody on the back for that one?
No, nobody.
Yeah, I like that kit. That's a throwback one right there.
And another is Roma South. Are they considered Southern?
They're Central, but yeah.
Well, you'll know this one.
Yeah.
And you'll know.
Yep.
So yeah, this was before I knew who this guy was. I went to Rome because I like history, right? I went to Rome. I like history, and I walked into a Roma shop. Right, I walked in there and I was like, "Let me see what you got." So I walked in, and the wolf for me, yes, it's always getting purchased. Yeah. Plus, burgundy's my favorite color. I have the burgundy Arsenal kit as well. That was my first ever Arsenal kit, the burgundy one.
I have to go dig it out. I have that one somewhere.
But yeah, man. And I said, "Oh, should I get somebody in the back?" I said, "Who to get?" He said, "Get Toffee." I said, "Is he good?" He said, "Yeah, he's real good." Capitan. He's what he told me. So I got it. And it wasn't until, because I've been collecting for years, but I wasn't really big in the club. So what I do is, well, I'm a collector, right? So when I go to different places, like I have a Hungary kit in there. Anytime I visit a different country, I try to get the national team. Romania was so hard to get. There was none of my size. I still have to get one. But so yeah, I went to Rome. I was like, all right, that's why I have, because I actually went to Inter Milan Stadium as well. Got a actually have
San Siro's an awesome stadium, man.
Actually, let me pull out the AC Milan. I can see it. Let me pull it out. Give me a second.
Yeah, the Pirelli. I don't like the fact that Inter broke away from Pirelli. I thought it was kind of sacrilege, if I'm being honest with you. Wahaha. I think Inter Milan's kits don't look the same without Pirelli on it, in my personal opinion. I don't like it, but it is what it is.
So I got this one. This is an AC Milan one.
That's an older one. That's 2000. Is it 2012, 2013? That one?
14, I think 14 to 15.
14, yeah. Miqueto.
But yeah. I've been to the San Siro and I've been to I've been to the outside of Roma Stadium. But I need a Lazio kit and a Napoli because I've been in Naples, but I haven't been in the stadium.
Oh, you'd love a game at the
because I was trying to run away from getting shanked. That's what it looked like. So but yeah. But yeah.
And the stadium's in a little bit of a rough area too.
Yeah, listen, they dropped me off at the airport and I was like, but Pompey was nice, but yeah, Grandpa bless you that shirt. Yep, look.
Yeah, he did.
You know what? I take that back. Pirelli Inter kits have always been absolutely. Toddy Roma, yep, legend. I love that Inter shirt. Beautiful Roma one too. Listen, and this is the thing. I didn't know anything about club football. I just love my late uncle who got me into football. He was a football kit collector. Mm-hmm. And I didn't realize until I got older. That's why I collected kit because I wanted to be like him. Mm-hmm. So yeah, and I've got a closet full of them. One of these days, I'll just sit down and do all like most of them. But those are my Italian kits. I don't have an Italy kit or a Napoli kit.
I like that Inter one. It's newer, but I do like that. I said it when you walked away. I think it's sacrilege that they broke away from Pirelli. I think that's I think that's just the best kit, as far as Inter is to have Pirelli as the sponsor. I was upset when I heard they broke away.
I mean, it's like Gianna, it's like Germany not being rep by Adidas anymore.
Yep.
If you're gonna leave Adidas, go Puma. Those are the two German companies. How did you go Nike?
Yeah.
And how did Adidas fumble the back? Like,
yeah,
they've been sponsored by Adidas for ages.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's just there's a certain sponsors that you just don't expect to,
Yep.
Like, come on, you're from the region.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I expect Cruz Campo to be somewhere for Sevilla.
Yeah.
If it's not, then you know what I'm saying, it's something wrong. Like, well, yeah, Italian legend. Reek's new nickname is the Burgundy Wolf. Listen, I love Burgundy. I love Burgundy, man. I got kits for days. I never liked Roma. My cousin's a Lazio fan, so he got me leaning on that side as far as Roman clubs too. I like the Burgundy, man. And some of the stuff they've come out with recently, yeah. If I was going to choose an Italian club, it'd probably be Roma.
I don't rock with Lazio like that.
Pirelli's into his most fun sponsorship in football. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's not anymore. I'm sad. Johnny, did your grandpa play, or is it one that he passed down?
No, he passed it down. No, my grandfather was a gangster. He didn't play no damn sports. My grandfather was a bookie.
I believe it. Stadio Diego must be a gang. Yeah, listen.
It's awesome.
It's huge though.
Yeah.
Absolute sacrilege to change it. Yep. I left Naples going 100 miles per hour and on two. Listen, me and my wife are from the hood, and that was the only place in Europe I was like, you know what? I don't think this is my neighborhood. I've gone past the tourist area. They were nice, but you just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It's like the the big bad wolf. You get a candy lollipop to take you inside and eat you. You know what I'm saying? It's like I had to protect my pockets, man. Certain kits you associate with sponsors. Napoli was Buitoni and Mars for me.
Yeah. Lette too, the water company that's now switched. Atalanta has the Lette sponsorship, which I'm not a fan of either, because Napoli had Lette for like 16, 17 years as a sponsor.
Yeah. It's kind of like the O2, man. I wish Arsenal going back to O2.
Yeah. I got to go dig that one out because I have the Burgundy Club jersey. Because that was my guy. I loved Club when he was with Arsenal.
Who was my first Arsenal player? Odegaard.
Really?
I think it was Odegaard, yeah.
No, mine was Club and Nasri were my guys. Them two, and I mean, obviously Henri for me and Vieira, but Kleb in that next period when I was really getting into English football, Kleb was my guy when he was with Arsenal. I loved watching him.
Mine was Alexis Sanchez, man. Like,
Yeah.
I was gutted when he left, and he's the only Arsenal player who left who I forgive. I mean, I didn't mind Lazio, not a fan of anything, especially since they play utter garbage football.
I don't rock with Lazio because there's a core of their there's a small piece of their fan base that are fascists that I do not rock with Lazio on that stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of the difference with Betis and Sevilla as well. Like Betis have a section of far right in their ultras, whereas I mean the Sevilla ultras are called Betis after Betis, which was a Gambian player who played for Sevilla. So they're kind of far left leaning, which is interesting. Adidas was sponsored Jesse Owens for Adidas 1936, fumbling the Germany bags, bro.
Yeah.
The greatest story that I love, right? The greatest story that I love, and the saddest story is the fact that Puma and Adidas are brother companies.
Yeah.
Literally made by brothers.
Yep.
It started at the Dassler Shoe Company. And it's a saddest story because one of them misheard the other one and thought that they were a Nazi sympathizer. And they never spoke again, which is kind of sad. But yeah.
Did you that's kind of like how the story is with Ferrari and Lamborghini in Italy. They're not brothers, but Lamborghini was a tractor builder, and he owned Ferrari. He owned 7 different Ferraris, and he said the only thing he said to Enzo, he goes, the only problem that your car has is the clutch. He goes, I think I have a way to help you out to make the clutch better. And the Ferrari said, go back to your tractors, you dumb fucking farmer. And being a stereotypical hard-head Italian, he goes, oh yeah, fuck me. Well, I'm gonna make something better than you. And then he made Lamborghini. Typical hard-head Italians.
But we got 2 good brands because of it. So
yeah, that's true.
Remember when
I'm not a fan of Lazio like that. They've had some great teams to watch play football back in the day, but I'm not a fan of them because of that.
Yep, started by brothers. Yep. Listen, you learn a lot, man. You learn there's a lot of small things that become big. And then lastly, it's like because I'm a Sevilla guy. This one is probably one that I like a little bit more than that one. But
was that the year they won the Europa League, the last one, 22-23? Because they only had that sponsor for a little bit,
2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
I think this is one from like 2 years ago.
I remember that one with the blue crest. Yeah.
So yeah. I don't know. I gotta look it up. It's been a while, man. I've got so many Sevilla kids, but yeah, and of course my favorite one, the Alexis Sanchez one. Because the I don't know if you can see it, but the actual numbering is Sevilla landmarks.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, it's great. But yeah, we've had a great conversation. I've kept Johnny in here for probably too long. He probably got stuff to do.
No, you all good, man. It's a day off for me today.
Listen, this is a great one for me. Johnny, thank you for blessing us. Yeah, man. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Back to work for me. Love to all. Listen, I know I have to go because the Grinch who stole marriage has not eaten yet. Okay, she's been off work for an hour and a half.
You don't want no wife to be hangry.
Yeah, she's quiet, so anytime she goes, she's like, like when you got kids and they go quiet, you got to watch out for it. You know what I'm saying? I might be in the danger zone. Well, I said my first kid as a kid was Ronaldo's Inter kit. Oh,
that's a cold one. That's a cold one.
Lovely kit. Probably worth a little bit too, man.
Yeah.
Big up to Jack. Gianni, what's next for you, man? What you got going up next?
I have a transfer talk call-in show that's going to start probably here in about like an hour or so, hour and a half. So That's pretty much what I got going on. And then we'll be doing a City exclusive show probably later in the week. And then, yeah, pretty much it. Just counting down the days to the start of the season, waiting to see what's going to happen this time around. Hopefully we'll be going back to back. Like I said, I right now I'm still a little skeptical, but we'll see. But that's what I got going on, and thank you for having me on, my guy.
Thank you for giving me your time, man. Like this has been a really good stream because I like speaking with you guys, and I like speaking with Johnny. I like being on stream with Johnny because Johnny's very passionate. And the one thing about Johnny as well is when we go on streams with Tony Clyde, you need somebody to keep you sane because Tony he's like a runaway train. Once he gets going, he won't stop. And then I just look at Johnny's face and I just know that, like, okay, I'm not the only one feeling like, what is he waffling about today? Big up to Tony as well.
I love Tony, man. Tony's good.
But yeah, sometimes on stream you just kind of sitting there like, what? Where did you pull that from? So yeah, man, it's always good. And I see you guys have the you and BBK, and if you guys know, I got lots of time for BBK, man. I like Terry. Yeah. He's a great guy. He's helped me a lot. He's given me his time. We did the World Cup watch-alongs together, even though he said he doesn't do watch-alongs. He lied. Yeah. But
we did a watch-along for the final New York Knicks game when they won the title.
I'm so glad I wasn't around then because.
Yeah, you're a Miami Heat fan.
Yeah, I can't deal. But yeah, man, I appreciate your time, and we got to do this a little bit more often, man. I know the time difference is a crazy thing because I'm just like I said, I'm a grandpa, bro.
All good, man. All good.
Yeah, it's great having a chat with another American, but also a passionate football fan. Johnny's got a lot of knowledge. He probably knows more. He's probably forgotten more about football than I'll ever know. You know what I'm saying? But I'm getting there, man. I'm getting into reading. I'm getting into learning more about just football in general. It's only been 10 years, man, and it doesn't seem like a long time, but I've digested a lot in football in 10 years. And one of these days, gotta meet for me, you, and BBK gotta meet for a pint somewhere, man. Don't know where that's gonna be. Because we all live in.
I plan on traveling. I'm plan on being in Italy for a month in October. I just got to wait till after I start the wine process, and then when I get a break in between, I plan on traveling because I got to go work on the house in Italy because I got to do some plumbing work and some painting and stuff inside the house. So
you got an Italian passport?
Yeah, I got dual citizenship.
Oh, so you got a house in Naples?
I have a house 45 minutes outside of Napoli. It's where my grandmother's from. So I got my uncle lives 10 minutes. My uncle's a 10-minute walk to his house from where I got my house at. And it's nice.
I did not know that.
Yeah. I bought it
too. I'd be like you, man, dual citizen. Man. I would have been a dual citizen with the UK, but they did the Brexit thing. And now, I'm stuck here. I wanted to be a dual UK citizen because I'd be like, oh, I can go Italy, I can go Spain, I can go, watch the football. And no, they decided to do Brexit. So, well, I said I don't buy many though. If there's a player at United, I'd absolutely love. I'd get their kit. Only happened twice so far. Hey man, Rashford's coming back, man. Good Rican, can you confirm if the Bruno deal has crossed the line?
Not yet.
Joggons, I can confirm that as much as I can confirm tonight's lotto numbers. One person says it is, one person says it's not. Let me check X though. Let me do it. Let me go into the matrix, as Shane says, because this is a transfer show. So let me make sure that I didn't miss anything. Did the Oracle say anything?
The Oracle. That's fucking classic.
If Ornstein don't say it, I don't believe it, man.
I wait to just see it from everybody else. I don't trust Ornstein or Fabrizio Romano. Romano's lost so much respect for me over the last three couple of years with his bullshit. So
yeah, bro, he's a regurgitator. Listen, Joggons, I will say this though. Don't believe anything you read, see, or hear until you see a player with a shirt on.
Facts.
It will keep you a lot happier. Me, I'm the Don of dopamine, so I'm all over the joint. But you don't have to be that way. Be better than me. That's why we do these things. Also, United Women got a new manager. She's a bombshell. I mean, listen, Arsenal women's, Renee Slager, she's a looker too, man. So yeah. I like them a little bit athletic.
A little too pale for my taste.
I like the black ladies, but yeah.
Exactly.
But anyway, we will.
If they're not Afro Latino, I'm not interested. If they're not Afro Latino, I'm not interested in it like that, man.
I will do. But listen, I'll let Gianni go because I'm sure he got stuff to do. And as I said, I don't want to get beat up, man. I love you guys, but I love the woman I'm married to more, and she gonna get hangry in a second. So thank you guys so much. Listen, if you haven't already, make sure you go over to Gianni Talks Calcio TV. Hit him with a subscribe, hit him with a like, hit him with shares, right? Go over to his transfer. You never know. You say it's a call-in show?
Yeah.
Depending on how busy I am, you might see me again. I have to feed the bear. I mean, the lovely wife. Right? I gotta pay dues, bro.
I hear it, brother. But, I hear it, bro.
Yeah, man, we gotta do this again, Johnny. I really enjoy being on stream with you.
Appreciate that, man.
And just talking to someone who is as passionate about the game, not just the game, you know what I'm saying, sports in general. Like, I would love to do an American football, and we could talk about the crappy Bears and the crappy Dolphins.
Oh.
The Bears look like they're worse than the Dolphins. The Dolphins look like they're on an upward trajectory, but the Bears, I don't know what's going on. So, the reason I just saw a notification come across my phone from AFTV.
Don't believe them. They've been saying this deal's been over with for 2 weeks, and they're saying that Vinny Jr. is doing a medical for us. Don't believe that.
Yeah, he signed it tomorrow. I said it. Take care, lads and ladettes. And there's the first lady. She said, "Pass hangry." All right, I gotta go, y'all. I gotta go. Big up to the chat. Listen, I gotta rush now. Listen, I love you guys. All right, I'm gonna leave you guys how I always leave you. All right. If I don't see you again this week, I hope you have a good rest of your week. I hope that everything you want to happen happens. Everything comes off that you want. I hope that everything bad in your life disappears, right? But most of all, I hope you enjoyed this live stream. I hope you enjoyed my time with Gianni. And I hope to see you again on Rican Futbol TV soon. Remember, hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next live stream. Take it easy. Take it easy.